guys and gals, what's going on? It's G-Meister here, and I'm joined by...
Dragozak. I have so many accents to do today. Hang on. I'm just gonna cover it. Kind of. It's almost in frame. I just need one more thing to levitate it with. Give me that.
My change jar?
Or the box. The box would actually probably work better because
Which
that box.
No, that's my Joker cosplay box. You're not getting that box.
Dude, I'll just close it. Nah, never mind.
You get my change jar.
They can definitely see that. I can.
And now you put the glass on. And today we arrived in Britain, and we're defending Scrooge McDrip.
Last time we arrived in Britain, and now we're defending Scrooge McDrip.
Yep.
I will correct you this whole time if I miss. That's me. Also, we're a day early because of scheduling issues.
Oh, yeah,
We're gonna be here tomorrow, too. Because
Yeah.
it's gonna be 2 short streams.
yeah, but they make up the hole that we normally do each week.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna combine them. That's up to him. Anyway. 18th of February. Roughly when the time part 7 will end.
10 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom.
That I can't confirm.
That's awesome. Look at those witnesses.
Is that a jury?
Oh, fuck me. So this is the highest court in Great Britain, the Old Bailey. Centuries of history in this place is palpable, isn't it? It's so different than to the Supreme Court in Japan. Like, there's a jury? What the fuck are those?
You actually don't know what a jury does in this game.
Isn't it what it does in, like, real life?
This is a game we're talking about.
Wait a minute, hold on. It's maybe like Professor Layton's feet.
It feels both imposing and serene at the same time. The atmosphere almost makes words redundant. Whatever the country, determining a person's guilt or innocence is always a solemn affair.
You know, I'm just saying, we're never going to see these camera angles again, most likely.
Or not.
Yeah, this is our fun introduction camera angles.
And also cinematic. You get a few of those. May I say something, Mr. Naruhodo?
You're already saying something. Oh, yes! What?
Your eyes look ready to pop out of your head again.
I know, but I just can't help it.
I should have brought my armband for you to use. Ooh. Where's my damn hammer?
You have a TV remote.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
Wow, Judge, you sound very familiar.
I'm the descendant. I don't fucking know. They never confirmed it. I don't fucking know, mate. Everyone got to see, we are here today to determine the guilt or innocence of Magnus McGilded.
My man, you're having a stroke. You're trying to balance the judge voice and the accent.
I know!
Bruh, based. Now I just gotta add British. Scrooge McDrip.
Blimey, defense. You're like cringe. I don't know.
Scrooge McDrip. That's better. Now I'll call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. I hope you like vocabulary, because it's only gonna get worse.
He's a vampire.
The prosecution is fully prepared.
Alucard? Are you?
I literally was made reminiscent of a vampire.
That must be the Reaper of the Bailey. He really does look fully prepared to dispatch his next poor victim to the underworld. I just killed a man like I'm the imposter from Amogus. Yeah, now my hands are red. I guess I'm sus from Amogus.
Did you guys see the sussy sauce I put in chat? They sell it at Walmart.
Counsel for the defense, you appear to be Eastern. Do you speak English?
Problem?
I can't understand you.
Huh?
Go back to your country.
Huh? Oh, yes, of course, sorry.
By the way, small,
What do they call it?
discretion is advised. This series can get racist, and I'm not the one doing it.
It's the game itself.
It's the game, and it's not because we're racist, it's because of historical value.
I think we talked about this in the first game.
Well, this is the game now, so...
Oh yeah, you're saying that because Van Zieks is on the fucking screen.
Van Zieks is
beast, and not the good kind, but also the good kind. I don't know. He has a character arc. He's kind of like Jotaro. He's kind of like Jotaro calling his mom a bitch, and then he's just like, you know what?
But he asked me if the defense was ready. And I couldn't be further from ready if I tried. I liked it. This case was alright. I liked it. Nice.
Those eyes please me. Japanese.
Uh-oh.
I'll be ready for that title.
Huh?
They shroud your fear, your doubt, your trepidation. They run wild, clinging to some phantom notion of courage.
Cancel moment, cancel moment. No, they already tried canceling the game itself.
The quintessential look of the sacrificial lamb.
Wow. A cold shiver just ran down my spine, all the way to the tips of my toes.
Did somebody say toes?
Please stop.
Now, Mr. McGilded!
Mr. McDrip!
Scrooge McDrip! I'm not calling you Mr.
Yes, my lord.
You stand accused of murder, a capital offense. You should be sent to the gallows if found guilty. You like the word gallows?
Oh boy.
That's a British thing.
What does he do during recess? What is this judge gonna do?
Watch people die. Okay. Maybe. I might be the one killing them. Are you sure you wish to entrust your defense to this?
I literally just wanted to clean my glasses as part of a gimmick, but my watch got caught. Foreigner!
Thank you guys for one like, by the way. We're gonna need it.
I've always said, my lord, 'tis a grand thing to give opportunities to the young. Even if a fellow student is from some little island off in the Far East. It's not the British way to ignore the dangers of yourself and those less fortunate a fair chance.
How we feeling about British? He's British. I mean,
I'm having a stroke.
Yeah.
I'm having a stroke. I don't know. Is my hair off today? I feel like my hair is off. I'd like to think Dax a chivalry to the great British Empire proud.
Mr. McGilded! What a
What
fine
am I
gentleman!
Money! Mother, please, can I?
Mommy! It seems as though everyone in the public gallery is firmly behind Mr. McGilded. Mr. Drip, drippy mousey.
You can tell that's not what I heard. I heard hubba.
Sorry, but I do speak pig language.
You
to understand morons like you.
That's definitely welcome news. And he certainly has a way with words. He has such a he has a way with words, and it's like Sandy and freaking Garrett.
Sandy in the audience. I'd like to see that.
I'm surprised he couldn't convince anyone to defend him. Because of the fucking Reaper over there. Like,
Eloquently put, both you and Mr. McDrip. Jeez Louise, and most laudable sentiments.
didn't know the audience was dogs.
There's a difference between hubba and ba. Actually, no.
There's not a diff.
It's just volume.
Now,
Women and laddies of the jury.
I'm sure I need hardly to remind you.
That's you guys. You guys are jury. Oh no. This is like really
Your souls are mine.
That you 6 members of the public have been selected for your impartiality.
Alright,
Are you ready to proceed?
are we splitting this down the middle?
I actually was thinking about that, but then some people who show up on the left return to the right. That is awesome. So
how did
I'm
you plan
thinking,
this?
I mean, they don't really talk that much. I guess if you want, you can randomly select 3 that you think look cool, and then I'll just take the other 3.
Okay.
Actually, one of our witnesses eventually is a juror. This game is insane.
This game is insane because you're reusing models.
I do think me taking the old lady would be funny.
Okay, you want the old lady?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take turns. You pick one, I pick one, you pick one.
I like the vibe of the third guy. I just don't know what voice you give him.
Just give him a discount Joker.
That's what I'm saying. He's dressed. Okay, change his outfit to red, and that's our set.
Actually, yeah. Knock yourself out. Alright, I'll take funny typing lady, I guess.
Okay. You're taking all the women.
That's my. Actually, no, yeah. You take the dudes, I'll take the chicks. Why not?
Okay.
We're gonna have a lot of differences.
Yes, my lord. Okay, wait, hold on. What do I want to get?
For task is the number.
Task. He said task.
Okay. Yes, my lord. If the task is to send Dorado to the gallows where they belong, I'm more than ready.
At the manor, his lordship always says we should dispose of rubbish promptly. Naturally, I am.
Oh, fuck. Ha! Any criminals here will soon be wishing they never set eyes on me.
Do you like rye chips? These are like my favorite chips.
No typing. Okay, no talking from you. You're drinking.
That's you.
I feel it. What do I give you? Shit.
I mean, they're not too important, so you don't have to stress yourself out over it. They return, but only in the jury, and only some of them.
Gotcha.
If you want to just give them a random voice, go ahead.
I feel a chill. I don't know what to give you.
I feel a chill.
I feel a chill. I'll tell you what. Thank you.
Oh, don't mind me. I'll just be getting on with my eating. Must finish my food for my grandson.
What?
I feed him like a bird. Ah, Mr. Naruto. These people are fucking crazy.
The jury. Yes! That's something we don't have in Japan yet, or ever.
Or ever, yeah. That's right. I've only ever read about it. But here in Great Britain, the court's final verdict depends on the opinions of these 6 jurors.
That's awesome.
And if the prosecution talks fucking once, you lose. Now, the judge passes sentence according to the law, but jurors determine the guilt based on common sense.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, they're swayed by evidence. So it's not just, I don't like the way he looks. It starts off like that, but you win them over. So defendant is ultimately judged from 2 people, 2 different, 2 people. We're just gonna say 2 people. I'm having a stroke.
Okay. But how exactly do the jurors give their verdict?
That I don't know, but I'm sure it will become clear as the trial progresses.
Yes. That's my catchphrase. Put it on a t-shirt.
I got a judge line in the first game, you got a Rionosuke line in this game. And then I'm gonna get another judge line. I haven't actually said it yet.
Prosecutor Von Zieks!
My lord.
It's been a number of years since we've seen you here in the courtroom. I thought you renounced your fame.
Uh-oh.
Like, you haven't been here for a while. And suddenly you show up. There's no coincidence.
I'm known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my lord. Infamy, rather than fame, I would say.
At least you're self-aware.
But yes, 5 years have passed since I last spread my wings in this capacity.
So, what brings you back? You had any good coffee lately? There's some change in circumstances. I keep forgetting the accent, which the court should be aware.
I leave that to your imagination.
So the Reaper has been out of action for 5 years. Let's go, baby. He's out of practice. Oh, never mind. Why? Did he have to choose today of all days to make a comeback?
Don't lose heart, Mr. Naruhodo.
I can't lose it if it's already on my chest.
Which is currently all over that tree.
As you wish, sir. I'm assuming that you had PTSD, like everybody else in this game does. The court nevertheless welcomes your return.
If an Ace Attorney main character, they must have some kind of repressed trauma.
Except Phoenix.
Kind of. He has some. Not much.
My girlfriend almost killed me in college, but I was never aware, so it never affected me mentally.
I'm all good. Oh, my boss died? Well, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Am I the only one who's not hearing anything?
I'm not hearing anything either. There we go.
Thank goodness. That crap always scares me.
Now then, opening statements, I thinks. A summary of the case, if you please.
Certainly, my lord.
Yeah, I need that. We don't know shit.
As your lordship is aware, this is a case of overwhelming simplicity.
5 screens later. We must be the only ones in here who aren't aware.
The incident took place in the late evening. 3 days passed. The hour was some minutes after 10. The victim was, we're just gonna say it, he was a Freemason. A maker of building bricks, known in the community as Thrice Fired Mason.
Sorry? Thrice?
He was a very accomplished craftsman. The bricks he void were said to be almost indestructible. Yep, you see him die in this game, and it only gets darker.
The victim's corpse was discovered in an omnibus. Do you know what an omnibus is?
Is that like a carriage?
In service in the streets of London at the time. A dagger that had been thrust into the victim's abdomen is believed to be the ultimate cause of death. Here is the autopsy report from the investigating medical officer at the Scotland Yard.
He uses the word autopsy report. Is post-mortem in Japan and autopsy here?
Nope.
Thank you, counsel. I shall accept that, and the photograph as evidence.
What? I always remembered it. Okay, I guess you win. That's not post-mortem, baby, but I'm gonna go with that. I guess that's what I'm used to. I hope you like that image, by the way.
Awesome.
And one further item of evidence. The prosecution wishes to submit these as well.
What? These hands want to catch him?
That's my line. And these are... You want to fuck around? Find out. Good gracious! It's a blood, counsel! That's the judge line. Good gracious.
Yes, my lord. Seized by policemen who arrived at the scene. These gore-soaked gloves were taken from the hands of the accused when he was arrested.
What? Mr. McDrip's gloves had blood on them?
Oh no.
They could be anyone's gloves.
Yes, I'll accept these as evidence as well, because why the hell not? Bloody hell. I gotta furnish me exit.
How did I get into this? I'm backed into a corner before I've even started.
Continuing.
Oh wait, there's more.
According to the driver of the omnibus,
Special request.
technically it's how an omnibus works, there are only 2 passengers traveling inside his vehicle at the time.
Only 2.
That's a lie. Think about it.
The driver.
There's witnesses. There's him, the defendant, the victim, and the 2 people. Oh! In the omnibus! I'm retarded. Keep going. Obviously, one of those passengers was the deceased brickmaker, Mr. Mason.
What a creative name.
The other was the accused, Magnus McDrip. I don't know who to point at.
Scrooge McDrip!
When he points, I don't know who to point at, so I'm just gonna... I'll just point at him.
Well, rather damning circumstances, to say the least. Maybe he did it or something.
Defendant, what say you? Well, of course, I had no recollection of such a thing.
A ting.
A thing.
Mr. McDrip!
To be sure, I rode the omnibus that evening. To make sure of it, I rode the omnibus to make sure I didn't kill him. I don't know what that sentence meant. But I didn't even get the... Oh, never mind.
Oh,
You
no.
just opened it. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it.
Are you claiming you're better asleep?
Tis the notion of the carriage, my lord. Tilton, so it is. Lilton, so it is. Tilton, like you're angry at the fortnight. And when I open my eyes again, 'Twas a desperate sight before me. The body of a man I've never laid eyes upon in my life.
Okay.
That's whack. Wiggity whack. Lottie.
Original judge line.
Now I excuse. What a good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
Oh no.
What?
My client's bluffing.
Did you forget that he didn't have a fucking lawyer? He's prepared to say this himself.
That's fair.
And what do you think Phoenix does? He fucking bluffs!
I mean, that's complete.
You're gonna damn the man for it?
No, I'm not damning the man for it. I just know a bluffer when I see one. So the blood got onto the glove then, after the man had been killed.
Oh no. Unfortunately, that statement of the drivers is only the beginning.
Okay, Mr. fucking Van Zieks, can you, like, chill out, okay? What? That's not all of it?
There were multiple witnesses to the precise moment at which the brickmaker was fatally stabbed.
Oh no.
I hate that, by the way. He slams it, and then like a half second later, it actually hits. I don't know. That's just me.
Order! Order! Order!
When the killing took place, only the victim and the accused were inside the carriage, and there were witnesses to the crime. This is not just a case of compelling evidence.
These marshmallows are really fucking good.
I know, right? It's the nail in the coffin for the accused.
So,
That's gonna take a while for me to process. Thank you, counsel. I didn't know he was already in his coffin. The circumstances of the crime have been made quite clear.
I literally can't remember to do the British accent. I'm just gonna do them normally. I guess we finally have our answer. I can't freaking remember.
I think we'll hear the testimony from these witnesses first of all.
man, you know, the judge is like Santa Claus. He looks like him.
Your wish is my command. I did that too early. Bailiff! Bring in the witnesses at once! I'll just take that back. You guys didn't see shit. I thought he was about to do it.
Oh my gosh, more!
And I smacked the court. Witnesses. Your names and occupations. You didn't see shit.
Mike?
Oh, you want this guy?
I don't know. What's his gimmick?
He's fucking cold!
My name is, well, everyone calls me Beepo.
Beppo.
Beppo. I drive an omnibus in the East End.
Bruce Froplay. I'm a bike guy in the city.
One, eh?
You can have this first.
My name is First Lady First. I make hats for gents. Oh my, fuck me! I was born a femboy.
Do you get it though?
Yeah, ladies first. We have fun around here.
Let's begin by confirming the facts.
We haven't been doing that.
3 days ago, a short time after 10 o'clock in the evening, all of you present in the stand were in an omnibus and witness to the aforementioned incident. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Quite right.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir.
Bloody hell. Well then, let's proceed to formal testimonies, please. Each of you will tell me the court precisely what you saw.
Oh boy.
No, I'm kidding.
It was the last bus of the evening, so I had a few customers. I remember it well.
The victim and the man accused of killing him were sat next to each other inside the bus. Then out of the blue, the accused just ran over and plunged a knife right in his guts. He didn't have a fucking license for that.
That's right. He stabbed him. I screamed. I did. I couldn't help it. As soon as I
Both
heard
of your
this,
characters shiver remorselessly.
what the hell is that?
That's a whip.
What the fuck?
He drives a carriage.
Hand me the keyboard.
Oh wait, that's right. You're supposed to have this anyway.
Yeah, I am supposed to have this. As soon as I heard the scream, I stopped my bus and then I saw it too.
That's the whole thing?
That's awesome.
Among Us. I can never read the word unambiguous without saying Among Us. Among Us testimony, I must say. There's a testimony Among Us.
Exactly, my lord. These men witnessed the incident in the omnibus with their own eyes.
Let me know when it's my turn on the Xbox. I'd like to ask a question, if I may.
Yes, Counsel.
Well, this testimony makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Why not?
Well, the incident took place inside a moving carriage, didn't it?
As has been clearly stated from the outset, yes.
Well, in that case, how could those two witnesses possibly have seen what happened? There's no way they could have seen the inside of the moving carriage. Ooh, we put a dent in the case already. No, we didn't. Yeah, there we go.
How quaint. Seems my Nipponese friend has got the whole court laughing. I'd read that civilization in the Eastern Island nations was a good century behind our own. But you're here in London yourself. Are you really so ignorant about our omnibuses?
I've only been here for a day.
Omnibussy?
Huh?
I want that out of context.
Omnibussy?
Huh?
Tell me, my Nipponese friend. Have you ever traveled in an omnibus?
Well, no. We, only arrived in London this morning.
No matter. I've arranged for us all to see for ourselves. The actual scene of the crime, that is.
Going on a field trip?
No.
What do you mean? The actual scene? How?
A carriage is designed to be moved, after all. Presumably you understand that much.
We're gonna put a carriage in here.
There's straight up gonna be a fucking carriage in here. Yes.
Yes.
The omnibus in which this bloody crime took place is here today, in this very building.
Here? What? The entire carriage?
Bailiff! Bring forth the stricken omnibus!
There's so much happening in this room! So that's an omnibus. The omnibus. I can't believe they could bring something so enormous in here. Britain's courtrooms are amazing. Like, holy fuck, dude.
As you can see, the omnibus is pulled by 2 horses and can carry up to 8 passengers.
Oh boy.
4 passengers seated inside the enclosed cabin, and another 4 on the rooftop deck above. Every Londoner knows that the best views of the city's architecture and sights are to be had from the top of an omnibus. And I should point out to our foreign guests that there was a skylight in the roof, a view of the interior from the seats above.
That's awesome. A skylight? Oh!
The penny drops at last, I see. These 2 gentlemen were occupying the rooftop seats on this omnibus when the murder took place. That's how they came to witness the grim incident, though it was through the skylight.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, Counsel, this is a first. In all my years behind the bench, I've never experienced the crime scene itself being brought into the courtroom.
There are a number of important clues remaining inside the carriage, my lord.
We're examining it.
Not once, not twice, but 3 different times. I'd like to submit the omnibus itself as evidence. That is the prosecution's wish. If I had a wig, I'd do this. But I don't.
Very well. I see no reason why not. Why the hell not? This omnibus is hereby formally accepted as evidence. We're gonna have some fun today.
Oh boy. I can't believe it. The entire crime scene entered as evidence?
Yes! Great Britain is simply extraordinary.
I could have I could help myself a lot by giving the omnibus a thorough examination, seeing as it's here.
Let us continue with proceedings then. Your cross-examination, counsel.
Pray don't expect this Nipponese stray to understand the intricacies of a British court's cross-examination rights.
Alright, my first cross-examination in a British court. Focus, Ryunosuke. Focus! I dropped my controller and
You did.
that's fine.
Doesn't that look freaking awesome?
Auto's on?
No. Oh, I hit one of the buttons while trying to pick it
What's the
up.
button to take that off?
Press back. Plus. Gameplay.
Where?
Check. Well, you can turn up the wait time. That helps with the auto. I don't remember how to turn it off though.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I think it's minus.
Hold it!
Oh, whoa, hold it!
Yeah, it is minus.
Oh, yes, sir. That's right, sir. Yes, ever so cold. It was freezing, in fact. And you had 4 passengers on board at the time. Is that correct? Yes, that's right. Not all traveling the same parts of the bus, of course, though. No.
Bussy.
And there were no other passengers when the incident took place.
No one alighted, for example.
You're quite right with that, sir. No other passengers like that one. None. Nobody fled the scene of the crime. I have to say, the boss insists on it running. He does every morning, the last bus of the day. But I do wonder sometimes if it's altogether worthwhile. Yes, sorry to say. What do you mean by that? Well, with it being so cold and everything, and only making 20 pences on the run, you see. Yes, I spend that much at the pub on the way home just to warm up again. Well, hold on. Can I go to my core record real quick?
R.
Got
This is the present button, but you don't present until you hit X. But you can hit A to look at something.
That's awesome. Let's start looking.
There's an Easter egg on this bus, by the way.
Hey guys! How does that... What? Also 4108. 418.
That one I don't get.
Oh, I thought that was the Sherlock Holmes number. I could be wrong, though. Phoenix Wright Omnibus. Do you think that... What? How did that slip through? What? Oh.
So this is the roof deck of the omnibus. Oh, you must have a wonderful view of London streets from up here.
So if you look all the way up here on bitter winter night, with your cold air brushing past him? And they have to pay money to do so?
Ooh, I can't imagine how cold it must feel.
Yeah, that just made me think of something horrible. Can you imagine being dragged around the city in the freezing cold as a punishment?
Perhaps there's a real price to pay to stay out late. Trust me, you're not gonna find any like blood stains on the outside or something.
Nothing yet.
It's all on the inside.
Oh, wait, look at the inside.
Well, there's a skylight right there. Maybe try the actual door.
You can certainly screenshot the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses could have been able to see quite clearly.
That's not good for us.
Well, let's open the door and go inside, shall we?
The scene of a murder? It's horrible. Anyway. That's blood. That blood that soaked into the sheet. The victim's obviously.
Yes, and that sheet would be clearly visible from the roof deck.
Would you really stash somebody in full view of the other passengers like that? I wonder.
Well, it was after dark. And there was a lamp on there, so perhaps the culprit couldn't see anything outside the sky.
Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't seem like it was a planned attack. Ah, gosh, I'm pulling for the great exhibition. Here we go, guys. Exhibition, thank you. That's due to start 6 months from now. I bet that's gonna be a case or something. Oh boy.
You say that.
There's a lot of focus being drawn to the Crystal Tower, the centerpiece of the whole exposition.
Oh, the Crystal Tower is under construction already, I believe. People all over London must be sizzling with excitement at the prospect of such a grand event.
Who needs them? Is that the same thing? Sure is. What's going on down here? This she had your handle, it seems.
Is horny cow horny?
Maybe. This look like all sorts of equipment that might be needed to keep the omnibus running.
Feeding tubs, tools for repair wheels, blankets, horse sewing tools. So it's a storage component of a coachman to keep those things, it seems.
There doesn't seem any space for passengers to store their luggage, that's for sure.
Well, I don't imagine it'll be very convenient for our purpose anyway.
That's what I thought it was for. Anything aside from that blood stain?
If you want me to be honest, you're not going to get very far examining evidence.
Okay.
You have to do it precisely when you're supposed to. I mean, it does help sometimes, but...
It's quite a large skylight, isn't it?
Yes, quite large enough to afford a good view into the cabin from the roof deck.
There doesn't seem to be a handle or a catch of any description, so I suppose it can't be opened from the inside of the cabin, at least. That's what I was wondering about. Alright, I'm out of here. Oh, there. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Oh no, you tell me. Not the most blood decide to be confronted with on our first day in London.
Well, nothing will come of grumbling now.
No. By the way, is Mr. McDrip right-handed?
Yes, I believe so. He was toying with a coin in his right hand a little earlier.
Pity. If only he had been left-handed. Damn it.
I think blood on either glove would be fairly incriminating, really.
Well, you know.
That's it.
Oh, shit. Oh, my bad. Misclick. Are the posters the same on both sides?
I don't think so, but I don't think it's important.
Time of the death. Stabbed once in the abdomen with the knife with the journal. Omnibus died too. Okay. Okay. That's fun. My armband! Okay. Hold it! And you saw them through the skylight on the roof of the carriage? That seems to add up.
That's right. When you sit up on the top deck, the window's right there at your feet. There's a lamp on the inside, so I have pretty good view. The two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. But there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that it was Mr. McDrip.
How can you be so sure?
Well, how can I put it polite? Mr. McGill is a gentleman of rather small stature. I couldn't have mistaken him for anyone else. Let's not forget that when the vehicle came to a halt, the only people inside the enclosed cabin were the deceased Mr. Mason and Mr. McDrip.
Do you want to keep the thing where the prosecution says normal things or no?
where they just mention them normally?
Yeah.
No, I feel like that's Edgeworth's
That's
gimmick.
the only Edward.
I'm gonna keep it as Edgeworth's gimmick, yeah. Because he doesn't really have one. There's no room for doubt here.
Ugh, I really wish there was. I really need a wish right now. Hold it! Hold it! That's a good hold it. You actually saw the exact moment it happened?
Didn't I already testify to that?
I mean,
I want you to come. Oh, if I think them hard working city bankers not considered trustworthy these days.
oh! No, no, no! I didn't mean that! This is no good.
I physically can't stop being.
I've really got his back up. Perhaps you could just tell us what you saw in a little more detail, if that's... My lord!
What the? Juror number 3! What you mean is bullshit? We're in the middle of voice acting.
My mind is made up, my lord. Completely and utterly made up. Made up about what? I don't know. I don't like the stinking rich. Never have. Fuck the rich. They're always up to something, or that they shouldn't be. Every one of them, including that duck over there. And that little leprechaun of a man is no exception. Well, he can't fool me. Show me your true form.
Wouldn't it be more like he showed me his true form?
He showed me his true form. I hope you're recurring. There's no. I hope this guy's recurring. I like him.
I think he comes back, but not like this.
There's no point wasting time listening to any more of this. That's my opinion on the matter, anyway. Hold it! Hold it! That is precisely what I was about to say. And as the foreman of the jury, it's my duty to set a good example to my fellow jurors. Holy shit, guys, calm down. What is happening here?
Let me see. Yes. It seems that some members of the jury gave their verdicts. That guy kind of looks like a shaved Markiplier.
Oh my god. With fire?
Apparently, yes. White for innocent and, dare I say it, black for guilty. you right now. As the 6 members of the jury who made up their minds about this case, one by one, they each cast a ball fire into the great scales. And I turned to this page as I said that. Great scales of justice, as we saw a minute ago.
Even poor grandma? Maybe. So,
Just imagine that face. Maybe.
so since the normal scales fall completely to the black side, does that mean?
Let's do our very best to make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm playing a fuck game of chess right now. Ugh, now I'm even more worried than I was before.
Very well. Court acknowledges that. I ain't finished reading that. Counsel for defense. Please continue with the cross-examination.
Ah, this is a nightmare. Hold it! Hold it! He stabbed him, you say, and you were sitting up on the roof deck, were you? Yes, that's right, sir. I was right up on the roof seats. I remember seeing that little gent sitting next to the fellow that was stabbed. I'd been thinking about a new hat design, you see, so I was just gazing absent-mindedly around. But then, the Fire Nation attacked. Then I happened to look down through the skylight.
Somebody did attack somebody.
It was sticking right out from his belly, it was. That huge, bright knife.
A group shot indeed.
That didn't help me at all. None of this is helping. The jury looked like they were even more convinced my client did it than they were before. This is so cool. I mean, it's gonna fucking suck for voice acting, but it's so cool.
I told you this game would be hell. And he's like, no, it's fine. We'll get through. We'll come on it.
I mean, I still think we're gonna get through it, but...
That appears to have made everyone even more dubious that Mr. McDrip is telling the truth. If only we had some evidence to counter those suspicions. Mr. First.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is this knife knife you saw?
Oh, good grief! Yada yada does it! Yes, that's it. That's the very one thing. Is that?
Yes, Counsel. This is the blade that was driven into the victim's belly like a stake through the heart.
Like you need.
I'm not a vampire.
That is a blade of considerable size, Counsel.
Until I see Baron Von Zieks.
Is he compensating for something?
Until I see Baron Von Zieks touch the sun, I'm not believing it. He might be a vampire.
I assure you he's not. I mean, literally, this is broad daylight, and they're in a courtroom with windows.
Stained glass windows.
Since when do stained glass windows in any lore protect vampires?
I don't know. This one.
And furthermore, the scabbard is emblazoned, if you know what that means, prominently with a certain initial. The letter M. Which seems oddly familiar.
We're gonna flip it upside down and get that dub. Ugh, please, no.
M for Markiplier, perhaps? Or McDrip, possibly. Take it back. Seems this particular big name in London made a magnificent mistake.
Objection! But there are M's everywhere. You see, yes, like in Mason.
Objection!
Oh, he has his own font.
The blade is far too extravagant for a poor brickmaker to have owned.
Never know. It could be a family heirloom.
What family? No! This weapon of murders almost certainly belongs to the accused.
Ugh. No, fair enough. Not conclusive, but certainly compelling, Counsel.
At least you're not saying it's conclusive.
My lord, if you'll forgive the interruption.
No! Stop right there! Hold it!
Juror number 2, go on. Also, I picked out sparkling waters that match the aesthetic of Baron Von Zieks. So this is purple. Ignore the yellow. Purple, and then there's 2 reds in there. Because red is in that.
Mr. McGilded is a pillar of society and a gentleman's word should be as sacrosanct. However,
Well, I'm not voting her.
those of us in I'm just gonna look at you every time I say anything higher vocabulary than yours. Those of us in service must know we accept hard truths.
Wait, well, what are you about to do?
Dispose of the rubbish!
Guys, calm down. No!
You're supposed to lose this first case, by the
What?
way. I don't wish to cause offense, but I do like to eradicate all traces of filth and grime.
Hold it! That's you! You say that then.
I know.
Say it.
Hold it! I've painstakingly typed every word uttered here today and cross-referenced all the facts.
Oh boy, we're dead.
You're dead. As such, I'm now in a position to draw the only logical conclusion.
Okay, and?
Do you not see the black?
That's awesome. We have one more guy. Not again. 2 more. 2 more. That's even better than 1.
Not again! That's 4 out of 6 jury members who proposed a guilty verdict.
Don't worry, that's how this works, baby. That's how the gameplay loop works.
There are only 2 left.
Those are our best friends. We had it. We gotta bribe them. Every time I press these witnesses for more information. Mo?
Ignore that. Just ignore that. Every time the jurors make up their minds, it's scripted.
I don't know about that. I don't know anymore. That Renosuke and I are on the same wavelength. Maybe pressing isn't our friend. Maybe we just gotta find objections. It just makes the situation worse.
Nevertheless, what we need more than anything at the moment is more information. We're still very much in the dark.
I suppose I'll just have to keep pressing the witnesses, knowing that more sparks may well fly.
We mustn't give up hope that we'll uncover something that will give us a way to fight back.
But... Alright, I'll keep trying. I can't give up.
Trust your instincts.
I just need to keep calm and listen to the witnesses' statements again. Don't worry about it.
I don't think you passed that one.
Hold it! Hold it! Or, what exactly did you see? Oh, well, sir. That would be the passenger set. Yes, collapsed on the floor. He was...
And by passenger, obviously, you're referring to the victim, Mr. Mason, the brickmaker.
And then the other passenger and had a knife in his hands. Like this.
By the other passenger, obviously, you're referring to the accused, Mr. McDrip.
And he plunged it down like this. He's stabbing the other passengers in the belly. What? Now, before you think about it. Oh.
We're gonna have fun today.
My lord, I wish to speak.
I say,
boy.
yes, juror number 5. I take it that you too.
As the master of the London Guild of Coachmen, the idea of a murder being committed in one of our city's carriages is utterly abhorrent to me. It wouldn't be right to make a decision before hearing all the facts, though, I said to myself. You should keep saying that.
You should keep saying that.
Oh, black.
Now Gavin has a reason to fear the color black.
But I've heard enough now. The horse has bolted, as they say. No, please, just keep an open mind a little longer. You gotta be a little open-minded here, okay?
Gee up now.
G up now! Silver Blaze! The finish is...
That's your advertising line when you get sponsored by G Fuel someday. G up now, Silver Blaze.
G up now, Silver Blaze! The finish is in sight. That's the name of 2 Sonic characters in one sentence, both capitalized. Okay, listen, Granny. Beepo is a long-standing member of the guild, and I trust what the man says. Oh, thank you, sir. You're too kind, sir. Ugh, this is too unkind, sir.
Which now means that 5 jurors agreed to condemn this man.
We still have one more. Calm your titties. Okay, look, Grandma! Grandma's our friend here, okay?
Adam, juror number 6.
Don't talk to her that way.
Yes, dear. What can I do for you?
Grandma, you love knitting. Grandma, you love knitting.
You mean eating?
That's completely fine.
That sounds like Rose in her old age. You've heard the testimonies of the witnesses in the stand.
Problem?
Oh, yes. I certainly have. Still got my hearing, you know.
Great.
I heard the Motley Crue with my vampire hearing.
Grandma, do you look younger? You look really good right now. You should, listen, really.
Then, pray tell, why are you yet to pronounce your leaning?
Well, dear, the thing is, I'm a creature of habit, me.
That's awesome.
I always go to the park at around this time of day and sit to have a nice bench and get on with my eating.
That's awesome. You should keep that up. Yeah.
There's a lovely little park just near where I live. McDrip Park, it's called.
See? She's a woman of culture. She likes drip.
She likes drip. Old lady drip!
Gavin, I think I just found your wife.
The best Ace Attorney gal right there.
Yeah, because not only is she a MILF,
She's a drip.
she's a G-MILF. Gamilf.
The gentleman donated to city, you know, to put a smile on the Londoner's face, as he said.
See, he is such a fucking great guy. I watch DuckTales every Saturday morning.
I can imagine such a fine young gentleman would have taken another man's life.
Right? We don't even have conclusive evidence. You keep spitting facts. He's always doing wonderful things for the city.
Excuse me. I'm drinking sparkling water. It's gonna happen.
Mother, may we go to the McDrip Public Library later and borrow some more books?
How many Londoners live with their heads in the clouds? Do people not know?
I mean, if you look at all the, stuff in the Industrial Revolution, they're always in the clouds, dude. Always.
Hilarious. What kind of man McDrip, I said the real name, really is?
What kind of a man he is? But what is a man?
The philanthropist, Magnus McGilded, has enough wealth to purchase the entire city he claims to value so highly.
Problem? And he hasn't done that, so problem?
Where did all that wealth come from?
He worked for the wee lad.
The client was a Shylock, sir, and one with the very darkest of soul. Every soul has its dark.
What?
Dark souls. Stone the crows!
Don't stone any crows.
McGilded lends money at extortionate rates of interest, so his victims have no hope of repaying.
Yeah, fuck the rich!
Whose side are you on here?
Like, Joker character is against him, so fuck the rich.
When they default, he takes possession of everything they
The
own.
repo man.
He's a vulture that preys on the weak. I've never heard any mention of that before.
Slander! Slander, Your Honor! Irrelevant to the case, Your Honor.
Your faculties, I almost said facilities, because I'm used to working at a distribution center, haven't deserted you, I'm sure about it. So has this thought not crossed your mind?
Perhaps you should, tone it down, sit down, and maybe do some eating yourself, Fancy. Shut the fuck up.
Would a man wealthy enough to buy London in its entirety not have a carriage of his own?
Maybe he's, going around the city. And the public transportation, you never know.
Where's his private jet? And why can't I have it? What possible reason could this man have had to make use of a public omnibus service?
Problem? You're not saying that. Ryunosuke, we really need an objection right now. An objection right now.
The victim, a poor brickmaker, had next to nothing in his name save considerable financial liability. And it would come as no surprise that his creditor was the accused, Magnus McDrip, Scrooge McDrip. But let it also be known that the very day Mr. Mason was killed, the final repayment date for his debts was due. What?
Good gracious!
Now, I don't think Ryunosuke is gonna do this, but at this point, I would be like, objection, Your Honor! Why, if he has so much money, why doesn't he just hire a hitman?
I don't think that's the best argument.
Why would he do it himself?
But that still implies that he killed them. It's just another methodology. We're gonna keep moving.
We're playing with the hypotheticals here, okay?
That's why you don't play with hypotheticals. The brickmaker was destitute. He lost his house. Had not a shilling with which to repay his debts.
And he had money to sit in a carriage? Bull.
And in the end, his pitiful soul had the very last thing he owned taken from him, his life. By the merciless philanthropist pretender, Magnus McGilded.
I don't believe it. Seriously, I can't believe it. I gotta fucking object right now.
Hold it!
Hold it! If I might add something briefly,
Miss Fuzito?
don't forget that your judicial systems in this game are based. You claim that the victim had been lent money by Mr. McGilded, or McDrip, but where's the evidence to support your claim?
Yeah! Yeah, he's just throwing the bullshit out here now! Uh-oh. It's okay.
It's fine. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice in the court of law.
Aha! There it is! The Lord Von Zieks Hollow Chalice! There it is! Pog!
How can this be considered acceptable? Honestly, you know, after everything I've seen in core of these games, that's like the least of my concerns.
But I find myself in the unexpectedly good humor.
Was it you?
Remember, that's actual wine. This guy's drinking alcohol.
Well, you know, these people have higher alcohol tolerance. It's fine.
Yeah, look at that. It's like nothing ever spilled. It's fine, it's fine. I heard ladies from the Far East could show great courage, but I didn't expect to experience it myself. Olden day pug? As judicial assistant to defense, I'm simply doing my job. What a pity that your display of courage is in vain. This is the debtor's ledger, which details all monies loaned by the accused. You'll find the victim's name clearly recorded inside. Oh. Allow me to present this ledger as evidence. And pray forgive the discourtesy of raising Charles and toast the enigmatic East at the same time.
A marvelous toast, Council! That's fucking awesome! I'll gladly accept that whatever bullshit you throw at me.
Oh my god.
Ah, yes, 20 guineas. The victim owed a considerable sum.
And the accused made it quite certain he had ample recompense.
Don't. Let's put some earmuffs on you, Grandma.
I mean, she'd still see the book.
Who says she knows how to read?
How do you think she figured out how to knit? She read it from a book. The importance of reading. Well, it would seem I've...
Calm down. Calm down. Think about the sweater.
By the way, this is not real wine.
Yeah, no.
Don't arrest me.
Guys, we're not drinking alcohol on the stream. Don't worry about it.
Non-alcoholic. It's a cocktail. I've had the blue pulled over my eyes. Regrettably, madam, that is the modus operandi of the accused. And it's such a pretty little part, too. What a scoundrel.
No. We're dead!
Still,
Yeah?
maybe it's all for the best.
Weirdos, if we don't fucking say something right now. Ah! What? Wait a minute! Let me think about it a little more before.
I don't stand for nonsense!
No! That was it. Last juror's decision.
I still have this fucking thing in my hair. According to this encyclopedia of the British law,
We're fucked.
when all members of the jury have concluded that the defendant is guilty,
Okay.
court proceedings are suspended and the presiding judge will deliver final verdict and sentence.
No.
That's what it says here anyway.
Oh, the final verdict. It's over then. I didn't even get to fucking say objection.
Oh!
Oh, wait. Oh.
There's a footnote, though.
I like those. Footnote.
Get away from my drink. I didn't get to read that.
However, the defense was an outline.
Oh.
All 6 members of the jury are in agreement to this case.
Oh, wait, hang on. This is supposed to be... Allow me to convey my respect for your swift and righteous decision.
And you both can't simp for each other at the same time.
I do it for money. No, I'm kidding. I do it for clout.
According to the laws of this country, I'll now conclude, by delivering my final verdict. I trust there are no objections.
Do it! Just fucking do it!
You're literally in shambles.
Mr. Zato, just tell me one thing. Mr. Phoenix Wright would have already been like, objection, Your Honor! Bullshit.
Oh, yes?
You were in the middle of saying something before. Fucking finish! The footnote in your Encyclopedia of British Law. However, the defense, what did it say next?
Oh, yes, of course. One moment.
Oh my gosh, really faster.
When all members of the jury conclude the defendant's guilty, court proceedings are suspended. The deciding judge will deliver the final verdict and sentence.
The footnote.
And the footnote says, however, the defense has the right to demand a summonation examination of the jurors at this point.
That's my ticket. Get up. Get the fuck up, buddy. A summonation? Examination?
Objection! A summonation examination? From which century has that tome you have there been resurrected? Pug, but from olden days. Judging from the binding, I would say the book is at least 50 years old. Any modern texts on British law wouldn't even give such an antiquated procedure a mention. It's a relic, long forgotten, and certainly no longer practiced. So you're out of luck.
Hold it.
Oh.
No, it's still the law, dude. Damn, I really wish I had one of those now. What even is it in the show? This so-called summation examination.
Oh, well, one moment, and I'll read about it.
Exposition me faster.
You want to demand the rights to the procedure before you even understand what it entails?
I have a choice.
Typical. Alright, Mr. Naruto. I think I understand. It seems that under the procedure will be able to appeal to the members of the jury.
To do what exactly?
To appeal them to change their leaning and reverse their decisions. It says here that if successful, the proceedings of the trial must be resumed.
Make them reverse their decisions.
Yes, in times gone by, baristas would use a summation examination to attempt to influence the jury's decision. But that procedure became something of a formality with no practical benefit, really, so it rather fell out of use.
Well, I'm here now.
Wonder why. Because it was devoid of purpose. Changing one member of the jury's mind would be hard enough, let alone several. No self-respecting defense barrister would even assert his right to try in this day and age. Still, I don't see any mention of the procedure actually being formally revoked. What are you suggesting?
Here we go through with it, bro.
I'm suggesting that although it may be antiquated and largely forgotten, it isn't yet extinct. What do you think, Mr. Naruto?
Summation examination. Our last possible option. Do we start our right to carry it out or mid?
Forget it. I love how that's an option.
The defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination, my lord.
Objection! London is the capital city of the most powerful nation on earth. We have a duty to the world to exemplify the very highest standards of judicial procedure. Summation examinations are an embarrassment that should remain buried.
Objection! But if it's all right, it's all right. I believe it could prove vital in this trial.
Defense's petition is perfectly valid.
Thank you.
The court will proceed with the summation examination, because why the hell not? Let's have some fun.
This is madness.
Foreman, are you and the remainder of the jury ready?
Well, I'm not, there was no mention of this in the letter I received, you see, so,
All members of the jury will be asked to explain on what grounds they have reached their decision.
On what grounds?
You must all justify your decisions and explain why you believe the defendant to be guilty.
Well, my lord, you're rather putting us on the spot here.
This is most irregular. No mention was made of this before.
I don't really hold with all this justifying lark. thrown the jurors off. Like the music.
All I did was go like this. It seems none of them have experienced this before.
That's awesome. Alright then. For summation examination. A defense procedure, no practice, no...
No practicing.
No, yeah, I know. Listen.
I know it's sus because there's an S in there, and you and I both know practice is spelled with a second C.
Yep.
But it's practicing.
Practicing lawyer has attempted for years, is it? Well, just maybe. It might be the opportunity we've been looking for to turn this trial around as a turnabout.
So it be then. Ladies and gentlemen, jury, the court hereby calls upon you, blah, 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 to state the grounds which you find defendant Scrooge McDrip guilty of a most serious crime.
Here we go.
We've been here for almost an hour and a half, and we're only just now getting here. You haven't even done a single contradiction yet.
We're having fun.
We're having fun. Don't expect to be done this weekend with this court.
There was no one else behind the carriage at the time, so it must have been him.
I trust the driver. He has an excellent memory, it seems. 4 passengers with fares totaling 20 pence.
Haha, fuck the ring. He stuck the chap next to him just like this. Brazen, I must say. Absolutely brazen.
I simply typed and collaborated all statements made thus far and drawn to the logical conclusion.
You can trust the guild. Fair, I'll drop the first time. Fair is our motto. We haven't raised prices above 4 pences for years.
The scoundrel stabbing that poor man on the floor in beggars belief.
Do we have any evidence to prove it? Oh my fucking dude. I'm starting to wish I hadn't pushed for this now.
Some of the jurors don't seem to have wonderfully formed arguments, though, do they?
Not really. Well, let's see what we can do. We need to get these 6 people to change their minds. I'll throw everything I can at them, and use some very persuasive language.
Just a moment, Mr. Naruhodo.
Like pressing the like button. That's very persuasive.
According to my book, that's not quite how it works.
Uh-oh. Oh. I thought I was gonna have to thaw their icy mind with some heartwarming rhetoric about the defendant.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
once the jurors have decided the defendant is guilty, they're unlikely to heed anything the defense says.
But then...
They've reached their conclusions by their own reasoning, you see. Your pleas would sound like excuses. In fact, it could recoil on you. The more you try to persuade them, the more entrenched they may become.
So I gotta be careful. Then what on earth am I supposed to do?
Oh dear, I'm just citing what I've read about British law, Mr. Naruhodo.
Right.
You don't have to yell at me.
Right, I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how to make this work then?
Well, from what I can understand, the key to this procedure is using the jurors' own words to make your arguments.
Ooh. What do you mean?
Well, the 6 members of the jury are randomly selected members of the public. They may appear to be present on a united front, but the truth is, they're just complete strangers who just happen to find themselves here in the courtroom together.
And that's the way that breaks them down then? You mean...
Yes, exactly. We may listen very carefully to what each member of the jury says, and see if we can identify any contradictory statements. If we can then contrast the statements and pit the corresponding jurors against each other.
Judge line. So it's contradictions in what 2 or more jurors say that we're looking for. In a way then, this is similar to a regular cross-examination.
Ondebaut! Yes, I suppose you're right.
Find contradictions in their statements and pit the jurors against one another to break them down. Alright, I might be able to pull this off. No, that's not right. I have to pull this off!
Alright, can we please start proceedings, counsel? I'm tired of waiting for you to monologue. I'd like to ask you to take the stand for this. I'm expecting a clear and concise rebuttal. Feel free to stand up if you want.
Yes, my lord.
I'm breaking the 4th wall to tell you that. I assure you! I assure you!
Am I standing up? What's happening?
Look at him! You tell me! I don't know, you don't have to. But I think it would be cool.
Alright, I'm going back here then.
I'll let you know if there's new music. I don't think this music is new, but then again, I'm the one who's heard it before.
Is it just a cross-examination theme?
Can you hear it? Have you heard this
I
one?
don't think I've heard of it.
Oh, well, I guess you don't want to miss out, huh? Okay. I don't know, it plays every time this happens.
There was no one else between.
Okay, so when you're ready to, like, figure out what the contradictions are, I'll explain to you how it works if Suzuto doesn't already. You can press them. You can still press them on their individual
Okay, let's
statements.
try it then.
Hold it!
Hold it!
Certainly, the testimonies we've heard suggested the victim and Mr. McDrip were alone inside the carriage. Precisely my point. But could there be some other explanation? Something we haven't considered yet, perhaps? Such as? Don't ask me, man. Well, he's doing the thing. Perhaps something we could, all work out together now. We're all in this together. Now listen here. Maybe you don't know how things work around here because you're from foreign climes. But we're here to form our options as individuals, and I have
Opinions.
Well, fucking.
Oh dear. He doesn't appear to be in a good mood to consider an alternate point of view, does he?
No, I'm gonna have to pit the jurors against one another, like through the Chopin. Finding contradictions in these 6 people's assertions is the only way that I'm going to succeed. Okay.
Am I supposed to read this?
Wait, hold it. Wait a minute. I should have the driver do the next one.
Okay. So see how it's on her? That's the one you're using to pit against whoever the hell you select next. So if you were to hit it on this guy, it would pit those two together.
I'm gonna say it first, though. A little nervous.
Always save before you literally do anything. Simple maths.
Objection! Those two statements clearly call. No, the generic.
Hang on! This is the only part of the game where that generic line actually fucking works.
Okay.
I shit you not.
Okay, then never mind. We're fine. Those two statements clearly contradict each other.
They do! Explain yourself, Counsel!
See, if they respond with confusion,
That's good. That's very good.
that's good. But if you get it wrong, they'll immediately respond with "fuck you." No, it doesn't.
Okay, great. Now voice the thingy.
Me? Oh dear, what have I said?
I swear on Silver Blaze's main and name, I haven't had the first idea of what you're talking about. According to the group testimony we've heard so far, there were 4 passengers on the omnibus on the night in question. And according to the coachman, Mr. Beepo, he took 20 pieces in fares.
Alright. And I have those precise details stuck neatly here in front of me.
And juror number 5 also told us the following. The fare for the omnibus is always 4 pence. That is a fair and convenient single price. Just the way London carriages should be operated. But that doesn't add up at all. In fact, it leaves a glaring discrepancy in the facts. Why, man, why? 4 passengers paying 4 pence each? If you do multiplication.
Oh! It would be 16 pence.
Exactly. As I said, it doesn't add up. The figures are different. My 4 pences, in fact, are precisely one person's fare.
One person's fare.
Yes! In other words, on the omnibus that night, it's distinctly possible. There was another passenger we've heard nothing about.
Good gracious!
This can't be right. The coachmen of the guild are good, honest men, one and all. Trustworthiness is our watchword.
Figures your coachman claims most certainly do not add up. Your watchword, good sir, is a fallacy.
I beg your pardon? Mr. Guildmaster, I think you ought to consider that if this trial were to end now, the news will surely spread all over London. The news that one of your coachmen tried to hide the fact that he lets nefarious characters ride his own omnibus. Fuck. Alright then, how do I make this this miserable trial doesn't end,
I'm not gonna actually lick my fingers because I know that'd be weird. Well, according to my book here, you simply launch a ball of fire into the innocent side of the set of scales.
Now hold your horses here, there, coachman. We were all in agreement. Why do you have to go and wait till I get my hands on you, Beepo? I knew I could trust you, Southern man.
Southern people are very nice.
This is all very irritating.
Begging your pardon, sir, I'm gonna do the same.
You're awesome.
Usually, if you get a successful hit, both of them are out of the game.
That's great. Baron Von Zieks is in shambles over there. For the love of Mike, not you as well.
A penny can be the difference between a smile and a tear, after all. I certainly can't put my trust in someone who doesn't follow my exact standards in financial matters.
See?
Is this a callback to somebody we used to know?
Oh, really?
I, for one, think it's only proper that we hear from the witnesses again. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo! You did it!
That wasn't so hard.
I just gotta do it 2 more times. If we can manage to change 2 more jurors' minds... Oh, sorry, 1 more time. We can force the trial to continue.
2 more, actually. There is something else that's bothering me about a couple of their assertions.
Then that's where you must strike next.
So I need to pit 2 more jurors against each other and show there's another contradiction in their assertions. This system is so cool.
It is. Exactly! You can do it!
Well, the scales of justice have shifted, but they still weigh heavy on the side of the guilt.
And?
Counsel, you have the floor again. Continue with the summonation examination and with less attitude.
You could read it, but there's, you can't press it or anything.
Hold it!
Hold it!
What have you been doing all this time?
What have you been doing all this time? There. I should have thought it was obvious. I'm recording everything that takes place as a part of these proceedings.
And what have you learned from that?
For example, at this moment in time, the judge has used the gavel 11 times in total.
Oh, really? Wow.
The prosecution has snorted derisively at certain marks 7 times. And I might add, each time you have gawped like a simple.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. And what's the point exactly? So anyway, Matt, are you able to explain why you think the defendant is guilty?
That's the conclusion I have drawn from the result of the completion upside type.
Clearly, I'm asking why you've drawn that conclusion.
Please don't distract me. It makes me extremely hard to concentrate on my note keeping.
Fucking... going nowhere. Okay, Grandma, think about it. Hold it!
Hold it!
I really think you should stop waving that needle around.
You heard what the good coachman said before, didn't you? That hideous man stabbed the poor fellow just like this.
Yes, that is what he said. You're right.
Heart is such a lovely shiny thing. My watchpad. I've always enjoyed resting my legs there while I got on with my...
Like everyone's going in trying to figure out his life. Like, I'm my own day. I'm probably sorry wrong. No, running under a strap of remorse.
She's as sure as she can be that he's guilty now.
Well, the old lady certainly seems to know her mind, doesn't she?
Oh, it's you.
So, we just need to find two jurors with contradictory statements, put them against each other. Which is so much easier said than done. Is that perhaps what you were thinking?
How did you know? They all read my mind.
Well, I took the liberty of doing some research in case you happen to find yourself in just such a situation. So I'll read you what I found out. I've already been on this page. It's a little long, I'm afraid. She's literally just going to explain what to do. So basically, do you want the tutorial?
No, I don't want the tutorial.
If I have to rely on advice right from the start, how will I get on later?
Yep.
No, I need to work this out for myself.
I like how she's reading his thoughts.
Is that perhaps what you're thinking?
How did you know?
I age like fine wine. Get it? Well, that sort of attitude is most admirable, Mr. Naruto.
I know what I have to do. Let's listen to the assertion one more time.
Oh, come on, Gavin!
What?
I know what I have to do.
But I don't have the strength to do it.
There you go.
Well, I don't know what the strength to do it.
I should have brought a rose. You'd think that's from a clown costume.
Okay. So was she gonna tell me to press them? There was what she was gonna say.
Yeah, she was gonna say you could press.
Hold it! Hold it!
How to?
Careful! You could hurt somebody with that. You're a fine one to talk. Well, the sword hanging from your waist, No, that's my battered soul. Well, anyway, I despise anyone with too much money. Fuck the rich. They're all the same.
You know, he says that, but he actually kind of looks dapper.
You don't have to be rich to have class.
That's funny.
I'll stabbing some brick master or others behind the scenes. You mark my word.
Did you say I was stabbing?
That seems very unlikely, doesn't it? Are you mad, man? With a comma, you know.
Oh, speaking of which, with funny puns and names, I bought this USB stick, and I brought it over here to ask you if you wanted me to put Dr. Lunatic and stuff on for you.
If you want to, go for it.
Hell yeah, I'll bring it to you tomorrow. I brought it to remind you.
We know that small shorty, the rotten Shylock. Well, yes, that does seem to be the case, but...
Mr. Naruhodo, with an old-fashioned pog, please be careful what you say.
What you say? If you've
I know you want it that way.
If you've been trying to squeeze money out of the less fortunate, then as far as I'm concerned, he's as guilty as sin. The man can hang. Oh, damn it, my knife is stuck. Think of it. Maybe one of the other jurors have something to say about the defendant's underhanded activities.
If you thought of something, Mr. Naruto, don't let it go. Test your theory.
The two jurors whose statements seem to be contradictory against each other. No time like the present to use the X to pit them against each other. Or I'll never get it.
You remembered one of the gimmicks, but you forgot the other one.
Which one will be able to?
Whenever they show like buttons, just because they're breaking the fourth wall really badly. Press to pit.
Let me go reread you real quick. You're nothing. It has to be you and you. But isn't it?
kind of safe.
Just in case.
I'm still in view, right?
Yeah, you've been in view.
That's awesome.
Actually, I think I'm less in view. Technically. I think
Objection!
this arm is slightly cut off.
Those two statements are completely contradictory.
What? Explain, counsel, post haste!
Oh, dearie me, I was only...
Was all this claptrap? What does it?
Math?
What? Oh, fuck you. What does contradictory even mean, I ask you? We've heard from more... I love how we paste this, awesome. We've heard from more than one witness, as they all allegedly saw the actual moment when the defendant stabbed the victim. Now, out of curiosity, juror member number 3... What? Can't you see I'm busy here? Fucking... How would you say the defendant stabbed the victim? What sort of motion? Huh, ha! Want me to test... Want to test me, do ya? It was like this! Stuck the fellow next to him without even getting up. Just like the prime banker said. The prim banker.
Yes, that was Mr. Fairplay's testimony, quite true.
Now then, juror number 6.
Oh, is that me? What can I do you for, young man?
How would you say
How
the
much
defendant
do you pay
stabbed
per
the
hour?
victim? Well, that's great, but how would you say the defendant stabbed the victim at him?
Oh, well, dear, as far as I understand it, yeah, it was like this, and I just broke.
It's fine, it's got a coin slot now.
Thanks.
He stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor. The coachman said so.
Now, don't move! Take a look at these two jurors. He struck the fellow next to him without even getting up. And he stabbed the poor man after he collapsed on the floor.
Well, I never! They're stabbing in totally different directions!
Baron Von Zieks must be losing his mind right now. What? What?
Bless my baking! What a model!
What this tells us is that there is a strong possibility one of the witnesses isn't telling the truth.
Oh, I hope I don't miss again.
But why? Why the dickens would they lie? I gotta find something new for you. I don't know that yet, but what I do know is that the trial ends at this point. We may never find out. We may never know the real truth. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, can you really let that happen in all good conscience?
Lies, you say? Oh, shit. I can't abide people, capping. I hit the rim that time on purpose. The scales! The scales!
I don't believe it. I tell you what.
Who's talking?
Who's holding it?
Wait!
That's you.
Hold it! Wait! Now hear this, my fellow jurors. I warn you, you cannot listen to this man.
Oh, my knee!
You tell him! Look at him in his black suit. He's clearly some devious Eastern sorcerer. Are we playing Professor Layton versus Phoenix or Ace Attorney? If I can use magic, do you really think I'll be putting myself through all this? Answer me this, Doc Jinx! Huh?
Dark
Me?
bitch!
What exactly? Problem? What if it if two witnesses have slightly different recollections of events? What of it? Let's say the Shylock did stab the victim as he was sat next to him on the omnibus, and this young dandy saw him do it. And now let's say the victim collapsed on the floor, and that Shylock stabbed him again, and the old lady saw him do it. Well, let's say it didn't happen like that, Fucker. Who are you calling a dandy, sir? Why, I should take this knife to you!
Who are you calling old? I should take this needle to you. Who am I talking to?
They're ready to kill each other now.
I could really use my schizophrenia pills right now. Pills right now. Pills right now.
But could the foreman of the jury be right?
No.
The two witnesses see different moments of the same crime?
No. I forgot that was a choice, so I just kept saying no.
Unfortunately, Mr. Foreman.
You're a dummy.
What is it, you dog jigs? Come on! Come at me!
Bitch!
What you're suggesting is impossible. It's out of the question.
I love how you lowered your volume just to do that.
What are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that? You do realize that I'm only doing my job. Foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction. So where's your evidence, man? That's what we want to see. I say the two witnesses saw different moments of the same crime. If you say that's out of the question, show me some damn proof.
Never ask a Naruhodo if he has evidence.
That's fair. Looks like the only way I'm gonna convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss. Something irrefutable. Hard evidence. And you wish. Oh, I like that. What? I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far.
What?
I'll give you. I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the two witnesses saw two different moments of the same crime, as proven, boy. Yep. Take that! Fuck!
It's playing the Pog! Uh-oh.
That's great. It's playing Poggers. I'm kind of busy back here. This is the victim's autopsy report. Holy fuck, I'm just playing my back here. According to what's written here, find the best breakfast to break my suspicious syndrome. According to what's... Yeah. Only once.
Imposters.
Only once? It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely one time. Which means the witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen two different times. God.
You can actually hear him trying to pull out the knife.
Alright, I concede defeat. White.
Hey, Gavin. Would you say that was a powerful move right there?
What?
Him throwing the fire into the thing? I'm not doing this. You've already had enough of my bullshit. You know exactly where I was going.
Yes, I know.
What about the other way around?
I'm not doing that either. I don't get paid enough for this.
You don't get paid at all.
Wait, that means 4 jurors are now leading to a not guilty.
We've done it, Mr. Naruhodo.
Fucking awesome. Oh.
We've won!
Fuck yeah! Get out of here, Benji. You're supposed to be with me. What are you playing at, you dandy fool? Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me. But we had a consensus. I said shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one. You look like an imposter to me. And if the chap...
There's a liar among us!
And if the chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take his razor sharp blade and shave every last hair off his head.
Yeah, that's what you're licking your knife for. That's... Ugh. I hate that. I hate that so much. Don't screenshot that. Please tell me. I actually really like that one. What a quite remarkable turnabout of events and a broken jar. Good thing there wasn't anything in there. You talking like a My Little Pony. There's a defense examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. Woo! The jurors now stand 2 for guilty and 4 are not guilty. By the way, the foreman, the first one, he'll always tell you to fuck off.
Well, I don't care about it.
Well, he's always going to be on guilty, so I think you should care. Accordingly, there's no longer a large enough majority among us to adjudicate, and the trial must continue.
Do I get to sit down?
Yes. As soon as Narhada does.
I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witness to return to their places. I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth.
I wish I got to hear that pursuit, sir.
So, Lord Van Zieks, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please.
Yeah, you get to pour more.
What the hell is it?
Right there.
Oh.
I'm gonna have some more spoon lotion.
I'm not doing that.
Come on, Jack, you gotta be in character. I'm kidding. I didn't do it for Godot.
Ah!
Sure.
I'm trying too hard for contact.
Wow, that all just went down.
Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this hallowed chalice, it may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zieks! That's fucking based!
Brrr. Is it cold in here or is it just me? You're not that funny.
I hate this. I'm taking off my watch. This thing gets caught in the wire more times than I want to admit. And your antiquated tone no doubt says the prosecution may not speak during a summonation examination.
We love to hear that. We should have more of those.
So I honored a deathly silence. Listen to the charade.
Problem?
It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Well, no matter. There's nothing so hard to prove as self-evident truth, it would seem. No. And why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle.
Cool shot.
Oh! Bring forth the witnesses once more.
Okay. I'm just happy to be here.
Witnesses! I trust you heard the examination we just had to endure.
Oh, yes, sir. That I did, sir.
Of course I heard it!
Oh, yes, sir. I heard it. I'm like a shaky little bitch.
Hang on.
Got something? What's that?
So that way when you shake it, I can actually fall off. Because it's light enough. I was gonna stack a Pringles can on your head, but that's way too heavy.
You, sir, on the end, the coachman.
I believe it's...
Beppo,
Yes, sir. My lord, sir.
if it transpires that in your previous testimony that you were attempting to veil the presence of the 5th passenger on your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury! You are advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Oh, my deal.
Oh, meal deal.
Oh, meal deal.
Con a deal, da! Now then, witness, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again.
You only have to wear that if it's the lady first, man.
You explain the various misgivings brought to our Thanksgivings brought to our attention by defense's summonation examination.
Also, I have Thanksgiving off.
Nice.
I learned that this week. That's the only one of 2 holidays I'll ever get off.
Did you get Christmas off?
That's the only day I ever get off.
Thanksgiving?
No, Christmas. That's the only day I'm ever guaranteed to have off. Ever. So Thanksgiving being off does not come without consequence. I'm gonna have to work overtime. Probably on the Friday after Thanksgiving. To make it up. But I'm in training, so I might get away with it. I might get away with it. I hope. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, if we have plans on Friday, keep that in mind. But I can always keep it for Thursday, but that's literally Thanksgiving, so I don't think you want to... Anyway.
I only carried four passengers that night. I swear. Well,
I for once was told I had to pay 5 pence for the bus. Motherfucker.
he fiddled us on the fare, he did. And then I saw that blood-curdling sight. Well, it's all too much, I said.
I tell you, I saw Mr. McDrip stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. I just came up with a voice for this guy.
Okay, that's awesome. Oh, yes, he stabbed him.
I'm gonna use the new voice.
Yes, he did. Oh, I think so, yes. I decided to make myself older now.
I'm really old.
I'm cold and fucking old.
I'm really cold. I would literally tear all my muscles apart doing that.
Council, make sense of this for me, please.
The phantom 5th passenger conjured into existence by my learned Eastern friend never existed. The confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cosinage.
Beppo, explain yourself. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Guildmaster. The guild fare is 4 pence across the board. You know that. What the fuck? Am I to understand that you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare? It's so cold, and last one of the days always half empty.
You have been dishonest, coachman. You should be ashamed.
I'm sorry. You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And yourself and Jackson have brought dishonor on the entire guild. If I may, sir. Where'd the napkin go? Or whatever.
Behind you.
Thank you. I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week.
What? And it immediately falls off. 4 passengers at 5 pences. Well, yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already. I just can't make the result come out differently.
No, that figures.
Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings has already been explained. So, counsel for defense, your cross-examination, if you please.
We've already had the pleasure of a protracted summonation examination today. I see you intend to continue the... I should just take off these headphones. I see you intend to continue the parlor games.
Absolutely.
These are so good, dude.
They're really fucking good. A little dry though.
They're way better if you like salivate the hell out of your mouth first. Also, I couldn't find pumpkin ramen at Walmart.
Neat.
Very mad about that. No, it's not neat, Gavin. It's bad. I want pumpkin ramen!
Hold it! Does that mean everyone on board that night paid 5 pences instead of 4? Well, I paid 5 pences too, sir.
I just told you that I did.
A flat fare, 5 pences across the board. Oh wait,
Baba board.
it's not something to be proud of.
Baba boy.
Baba boy.
A Baba board.
The so-called... I'm gonna have a stroke because your character is intentionally having strokes. The so-called discrepancy my learned friend identified was nothing of the sort. Much like the Phantom Killer who so desperately needed. It's gone. Dead and buried.
I'd have been happy if it had existed in the first place. That was a bluff.
Hold it!
This blood-curdling sight. You mean the murder, I presume? Yes, sir!
A lonesome sight. A loathsome sight. No one should have to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken.
Oh, well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment the jet was stabbed.
Good gracious! Really?
We have another witness who did, however. The banker's already testified to it.
But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. That may turn out to be very significant. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I heard the banker jet next to me take a sharp intake of breath. See, that's when I looked through the glass. That's when I first saw the horrible blade poking out from his belly, all covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming, even when I'm eating, like a butter in my toast.
Which I need a license for.
Yo, license for that?
Do you think if you went back then and told these people that they needed a license to butter their toast in the morning, do you think they would believe you?
No.
No, they wouldn't.
This is the British Empire.
No, it's more like a British circus. What's next? Shitting yourself in front of the Pope?
Alright, kiddo, let's check the call record real quick.
The speed that you turned your enemy and killed me. Oh. By the way, I have no idea.
That's awesome.
Did you press everybody?
No, I'm trying to do minimal pressing.
Gavin, that you literally cannot beat this game without pressing.
Hold it then! So you saw defendant Mr. McDrip stabbing the victim Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him.
I'm developing a stomachache.
That's what I said, isn't it?
Did you?
That's exciting.
It was bothering me before it.
I really wish he was here.
For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question.
Anyway, there's only two of them inside the carriage, wasn't there? There's been much talk of a fifth passenger, but as yet, zero evidence.
Okay,
What are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white, man's coming.
something about Mr. Fairplay's testimony just jars with me. I wish I could work.
Cum jar!
That's immediately silence.
I wish I could work out what it was.
I could really use a cum jar right now.
No, through the toad. Please don't talk to me.
Please don't talk to me.
Not long ago, this trial very nearly came to an end. Somehow we managed to keep our chances alive here. Come on, Renosuke. I just need to keep moving. I can't wait to cross soon. Yes, let's go. Damn you. Shush! I don't want to hear that.
Hang on. I'm roasting my marshmallow. Because she's fucking hot.
That's good. That's very good. Moving on. We talk very... Holy fuck!
Never, ever let them finish!
Never let them talk!
It only gets longer! When you get your second judicial assistant, I'm gonna talk for 20 minutes about my science!
Fuck is that? Holy fuck. 3 boxes of dialogue or less.
Listen, all I want to do is take the fair ladies, right? You follow me this... Oh man, I've had too much sugar. I didn't eat before I came here, by the way. I've had nothing to eat all day.
Okay.
Do you want some fucking chips, man?
Do you want fucking chips?
I want to eat the lasagna I cooked on my way out the door!
That's awesome.
I know!
Okay.
Anyway, do you actually want some chips, dude?
What do we got?
We have original, we have cheddar and sour cream, we have garlic and Parmesan and roasted garlic, white cheddar, dill pickle, barbecue, original, and honey mustard.
Ooh, honey mustard. I want to try that.
I have so many bags of chips.
So many Pringles.
The Pringles I'm keeping here, but those chips will take home, so not mine.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I fucking love honey mustard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So do I.
It's awesome.
It's like my favorite dip, but I used too much of it at some point, and I just got sick of it.
That's fair.
I want some.
That's pretty good. Objection! Oh fuck, I didn't say. Wait a minute, hold on. We're fine, right? No, the music's still playing. Let's just consider the implication of that statement for a moment, shall we?
No. What implication? Nothing strikes me about it.
Exactly! There's nothing striking about it.
What does strike me is your propensity for the inane, however. I've done worse, Captain.
I need to clear my head and come at this again from a different angle. I pressed you already.
Don't move forward.
Earlier, you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly... I love you. Allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you? The big vocabulary is finally coming in handy.
That's the only word you know.
My favorite one. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, fuck.
Well, you're the one who knocked it over. Where'd it go?
You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife as an ice pick grip. I suppose. I might have, yes, put it in the cart before the horse, maybe.
What's this?
Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving for the horses when I heard the scream from the seats on the roof deck. Oh, I expect that was me, sir. I'm quite a little bitch. But that was when I turned around. Yes, I saw it through this skylight. Because the gentleman was on the floor and the knife was sticking up out of his midriff. You don't even have to finish your statement. Hold on. No, add that to your... Sir, add that to your... Struth! What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
I don't know, Gavin. What's wrong with him?
I don't know. Find out what's wrong with him. So, in short, you actually just the moment the victim was stabbed. Yeah, we know that. Okay. Okay, awesome. It must have already happened when I heard the scream. So you must not have seen it either. None of you seen it. Oh! Of course! That goes without saying! I really wish he had said it earlier. The airplanes. Yeah, you can have the problem.
The autopsy report makes it quite clear that the victim was stabbed only once. Which means Baker was witness to the fatal wound that ended Mr. Mason's life.
By the way,
Mr. Drips.
if anyone hates on me for skipping some of that dialogue, screw you! There's so much in this game.
Think about it.
Yep.
Out of all we've played 4 games so far, this being the 4th.
This is our 4th game.
And we haven't even gotten halfway through this game before you decide to skip dialogue. That's how drawn out these games are, and it only gets worse.
I'm gonna go insane.
But don't even get me started on the last case. The last case you'll ever play, case 4 and 5, they're both the same case.
Shut the fuck up!
I don't say I misuse it,
There's
though.
you saw how much dialogue that was?
Actually, that might have been different.
Too much.
Yeah, you know what you're missing?
What?
That I'm not gonna help you on now because you missed it?
What?
How you were supposed to fucking progress.
I see a monk.
A monk?
Yeah, he's reacting. Oh, don't hesitate to pursue them at their reason. So do I have to press again then?
You don't fucking remember how to pursue, do you?
It was so long ago. The last case wasn't even a court one. Wait, hold on. How do I pursue this? Yeah! Hold it! I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna look at my controls. Are you gonna be sus yet? You are holding that pose really well. Femboy.
Femboy and Congo.
Femboy and come. So in short. Okay. Is this man sus yet? Struth! And we're going over here.
There you go.
Excuse me!
I was losing my mind that you didn't know to go do that the first time.
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay? Problem?
You listen to me. I know what you're thinking. Listen, I know what you're thinking.
Time for more.
You didn't really see the exact moment of battle this time. What are the chances, though? Yeah.
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed?
I'm gonna go like that.
Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the top of an omnibus, that is.
Baby, I'm a Christmas City baker. I'll have to know. I know what I saw. I remember clear as bell right there. There's a grim sheet. Out of my town.
Then tell me about it.
Thank you, Mr. Fairplay.
Oh, excuse me, Spout General. I don't call it anymore.
All right.
Thank you.
If you don't interrupt me, bitch. Your testimony was a clear statement about exactly what you saw.
Oh, I knew that already. I'll tell you just how grim it was.
Please do. Make some shit up for me.
What if I told you there's like 2 different parts of this game where they have to add a part of the testimony and it's a red herring?
I think Trial and Tribulation is that one point.
It's in this game too. You know what else is in this game?
What?
Interchangeable testimonies.
That's awesome.
First of all, you have to find it. Then secondly, whatever you answer with, they have to go with that. And only one of them is correct.
Bomb, go ahead.
This ring, I'll forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that bunch of stab man.
Thank you. Objection! Blood-soaked? Hands?
Well, I mean, soap might be laying it out a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over him. Both of them were covered in it.
Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar.
What?
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McDrip, on the night in question.
Oh, yes, right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there, but as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's only on the right-handed glove. So, in short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent. Get him out of here.
No, that can't be right. No.
So you're the liar here, then.
Ha, that's right. You were quite clear about it. You said, it was in both hands. Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it called your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
No.
Objection!
Problem.
It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands, it was just only one. But the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Objection! No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw the blood all over both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Ah! What? Why? I'm a city banker, for Pete's sake. My word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman. That's some gutter snipe. Abstaining members of the IDO prepare case. Come on.
Society. He's claiming to have no reason to lie.
Screenshot just because it's in society.
Yeah.
Good man.
But is that really the case?
Dude, where's the lid? I'm treating this snack like a meal, bro. I need to slow down. If you want to eat it, go ahead, though. Mr. Naruhodo! If you have some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, then we could turn the tide in this trial completely.
Something to show this man has a compelling reason to lie in his testimony. I have evidence.
Oh, is this the funny?
Yeah. My lord,
Oh, wow.
Yes, counsel.
the defense is ready to present evidence.
Good gracious! Are you sure?
I'm just replacing every exclamation he has with good gracious, because I think it's what he uses.
Yes,
And also
evidence.
it's funny.
Evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had a reason to lie in his testimony.
Ah!
Very well.
This portfolio must contain all sorts of secrets in London gentry.
Did this go off even though I silenced it?
Sure did.
Ooh. Somebody interacted with my Gmail. You know what that means? Might be TJ.
Oh, TJ.
Oh dear, do you really think we ought to look inside?
Well, it's not as though we know any London gentry personally, is it? Apart from our great detective friend, perhaps. Actually, I wonder.
I assure you will not find Mr. Soames' name inside.
Well, let's see what we find.
Gosh, it's crammed full of gentlemen's names, isn't it?
Well, I suppose you're probably not all gentlemen at all, are they? Well, not everyone in this country is well off.
Oh, goodness!
What is it?
Look at this! Do you see the name here?
There we go! That's what I'm here for! Bruce Fairplay. Should that mean something to me? It does sound strangely familiar, actually.
Bruce Fairplay, the witness testifying at this very moment.
Really?
You barnacle head.
Oh, yes, of course, the banker. Why'd you name it here? Ah, you are 20 guineas, and look, their payment is a fashion route.
It's possible it's just coincidence, of course, but this could be very useful information.
Okay, we got it. That's all I came here for.
I hereby call on defense to present its evidence. After you just so happen to have looked at it at the exact right time that you needed to.
Take that! This is a list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McDrip.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused extortion.
The point is, among... Oh my god.
After you drop
The controller. The point is, among the names of these debtors is your
Among
name.
Us are the names. We gotta figure out how to say the whole thing in there.
Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused?
He's a biased witness, Your Honor.
Ah! No, well, barely worthy being called a job. Grub moment.
Ooh, look at that animation! According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas. Not an inconsiderable sum of money, what do you think?
Ah! Well, what of it?
Let's suppose Mr. McDrip were to be found guilty of murder. The debt would be disappeared. What would become of your debt in that case?
Well, these documents state that a loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, we're the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to capital punishment, outstanding debts which were owed to him would kind of be a new law. They would cease to exist.
Olden Day Pog cease to exist? Is this some sort of society clown joke?
Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to annul your debt to 20 guineas to the defendant.
Order! 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 Mr. Bruce Fairplay! Yes, ma'am. Let me ask you again. And beware that your answer may have the most serious implications upon your future. Sir. Did you, or did you not, see the precise moment in time in which the defendant is alleged to have thrust the knife into the victim?
Your silence speaks volumes. That's a reaction. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
Perhaps I didn't always state the truth in a pinch. A pinch? But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilda's hands, both of them.
Objection! And yet only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying?
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir?
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well,
Mr. Femboy.
the thing is...
Femboy's descendant. You're not French, are you?
Well, no, sir. You see, I'm a femboy. The person you're referring to, the femme man. I think I remember seeing it myself as it happens. Seeing what? Don't lie to me. The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think, yes. I'm almost sure it was on both of his hands, not just one. What? What?! At a table, it fucking just...
I have a table. It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses, and my shirt keeps getting caught on the couch. At this time, I'd like to know precisely what you did and did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is good news. The course of the trial seems to have shifted slightly, at least.
Yes! I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. Turnabout.
There was blood on both hands of Shell. I surely distinctly remember that. Oh, I suppose you could say that I didn't see the exact moments of transpired that matters.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them.
I almost swallowed one of these whole.
That's dangerous. I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream. Oh, that femboy scream.
I'm gonna need a minute in your bathroom.
Anyway, back to mates. There can't have been anyone else inside Carrie's road, so we would have seen it.
I don't know why his face just made me laugh.
Well, lo and behold, in truth to the fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated. What the hell is this bull?
I apologize, my lord, but I mean, honestly, look at the guy. There's no one else inside the car. Covered blood. Mr. Criminal Analyst, don't stand him up. You're saying we saw the man do it?
That's really not what the testimony's about.
A voot, eh? Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more.
Just checking. Thank you guys for 2 likes, by the way. I highly appreciate it.
The
victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating with the witness's accounts. In other words, there's no substantial nor significant change in the facts of this case.
Getting there. We're getting there.
Okay. Very well.
I'm just smacking that with whatever's in my hand now.
Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord! This is a good cross-examination.
I knew you'd vibe to it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's present for 10 cases!
Hold it! Hold it! You definitely saw that too. Both. Blood on both hands. Oh. Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Well, only one of Mr. McDrip's gloves has any signs of blood on it.
All right.
The thing is, as far as I remember, sir, when I looked down and saw Mr. McDrip sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir. He wasn't
It
wearing
almost sounded like you said she.
Fem.
Oh, you are saying she.
No. I mean, I wasn't referring to their pronoun.
That'd be really ironic if it worked.
He wasn't wearing these gloves. That's correct, sir. And I saw the blood on both his bat hands quite clearly. It's true that the Dark Lord stain on the Dark Lord's gloves wouldn't have been so easy to see. That's the napkin.
I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused and led the question reported that there was no trace of blood on Mr. McGilded's gloved hands.
There wasn't blood on his hands?
This is puzzling indeed.
This must be significant somehow. I'm sure of it. Hold it! Hold it! You didn't see anything? Oh, yes, sir. That is to say, no, sir, I didn't. Very sorry about what I said before, sir. Very sorry. Yes. It was very wrong of me to make up stories and say I saw him to stop the man. Woo! Wouldn't you agree, sir?
I know what you're insinuating, but I certainly didn't make up stories.
Still, to say you saw nothing isn't right either, is it? No, sir. I saw nothing at all. Mr. Peepo, you were driving your horses. At the very least, you must have enjoyed a very good London streets, no? Oh, wow, I have the courtroom rolling. Oh, please, you didn't even see that. It was so cold that night, you see. It was all I could do to keep from passing out, sir. Yes, my head was fairly frozen solid. Sorry to say, sir.
It would seem prudent to avoid travel on the last omnibus service of London's cold winter nights.
People! Ah!
Anyway, hold it!
Hold it!
Anyway, hold it!
And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus.
That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh, yes, I remember. I was shivering. It was so bitter. Man, I can't believe I'm really testifying in a real courtroom. Someone died.
Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you
Sitting on the roof deck in the first place. Oh, that's right.
Well, I don't know about you. Whatever the hell you just did threw me so far for a loop, I forgot where I was and why I was here. Well, I don't remember about this young fella, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh? Why not?
Because I was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door. It's like someone was in there and like fucking mugged me or something.
It was locked?
That's right! And it was public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play.
Yes. I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the jet inside just gestured at me to clear off.
Did you not get the pun?
I got it. No.
Oh, you did? Okay. I didn't just do that for fucking nothing.
No.
That does not came out as slow as I thought it would.
You're like, you guys didn't get the view I got out of that. But...
Did I get your sock wet?
No, you missed me.
Okay, that's good at least. I mean, it is just water. It'll be fine. It's Wait a minute! You still have these?
Oh yeah.
They're right there! That came out so much faster than I thought it would.
He just like looking at me, paused, and then like he didn't move when the fucking water just like.
I really want to see. Wait, what's the timestamp? 2.5 hours? Sorry, I'll see if I can remember that. I want to remember that. That was freaking hilarious.
Timestamp it, send it to link. So I had no choice but to climb up on the roof deck and look down lowing.
By the way, I never got that part the first time I played this.
Oh, the Firefly?
Yeah, I never got that. So I just realized it now, which is half the reason why I find it so funny. Well, I can assure you I wasn't just looking down. I was looking dead ahead, and I was glaring, long and hard as the water passed through my teeth. That's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that I've made a mess. And if there's anyone else in all that kind of, I would have noticed. Unequivocal, I would say.
I'm not sure about these two witnesses. They seem kind of soothed.
Please stop.
And
And those aren't stale or anything?
Fuck.
When did you get those?
I think that we had them on last turn.
I was scared. Oh, never mind. It's an obscure reference. I need Baron Von Zieks to drink more so I can drink more.
I have to bring him to alcoholism.
It's non-alcoholic, Gavin!
I'm sorry.
It's just sparkling water, but red!
That's not what Van Zieks does at home. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay. The music stopped. I'm on the right track, baby. You're riding this omnibus. And witness the events in the cabin through the skylight and the floor's upper deck, is that right?
Wait, did you just do a contradiction and I didn't even notice?
Yeah.
What the hell did you do? Did you present the omnibus itself?
Ooh, find out.
What do you mean find out? I played this game!
You should know.
You probably did.
No,
Why can't you just tell me? Why do you gotta make everything more difficult than it needs to be? That's right, yes. You make everything more difficult than it needs to be.
In that case. There is a portion of the cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you, Batman.
What?
Boy, golly, really?
What?
Milady? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could not have been another passenger. There could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection!
Great, you drinking yet?
No. Enough hypothetical meandering, my Japanese friend. I really wish I had that on hand. I really do. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime's here, in the flesh. Huh?
Well,
Very well. I'll uphold the prosecution's demand. Now you gotta identify the area which cross-sectional plane of the omnibus. Where are you suggesting the potential extra passenger could have been situated?
I'm scared.
Wait, why am I eating these?
Take that!
You like these? I'll eat these.
Both rows of seats face in the direction of the traveler. Where they have the seat in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin with passengers on the roof deck can be seen through the skylight. As I've drawn here, you're a very good artist, Ryunosuke. I guess art it just runs the family.
Oh!
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite on which the victim and the attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it.
Ah!
Objection!
It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity.
I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In the British court of law, evidence is paramount. I don't know where you come from, but I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you're able to put a name under this mysterious passenger whom you allude.
Give me a second. Wait, what? Oh, it's the same shit. Okay, anyone else in here? Any significant names gonna stand out? If I examine different areas, they're gonna give me different shit.
No. I'm just gonna tell you this right now, because they don't fix this until second game for some stupid reason. If you read something already, there's a check mark on it. If not, then you haven't read it. They didn't do that in this game. But I can tell you this right now, you're not gonna find it.
Lady first.
It's Maelstrom.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's damaged again.
He's like the gumshoe. He's always there, but doesn't. He has almost no relevance. Can you, Mr. Naruto?
I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could have been in the seat without a sight from the witnesses on the roof deck? I have an inkling. I understand, my lord. The defense would like to put forward a name. Oh, finally.
You are a fool. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his limitations. A toast to hard lessons not yet learned.
Let us not delay, counsel. Defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat.
This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the anonymous cabin that was obscured from view.
Excuse me?
What?
Occupying the seat in the what cabin?
The omnibus, my bad.
You said it so fast it sounded like anonymous.
Alright, I'm gonna go random, close my eyes.
Wait, you actually have to present a name? You are really screwed. Wait, was there a selection?
No,
What were the two choices?
I don't have a name.
And?
I have a name.
Okay.
From William himself.
Dude, he said he was on top.
Baron Von Zieks. That's why he got a retirement, damn it.
He came out of retirement to kill somebody and then prosecute himself.
Found karma, did it?
To be fair, that was 15 years. This dude is only this is like a day, dude. He's not gonna prosecute himself tomorrow.
Not yet.
Why do you think there's something wrong with the guy?
I don't know. He stares at me.
I mean, for all you know, I could be hiding something. Don't look at me like that.
Through the toe, I'm sorry, but we gotta win this case.
Look at that. Read her description, by the way. A judicial assistant sent to Britain on a study tour. She's the epitome of a refined Japanese lady. And a huge help to me always. I freaking love that description. Epitome. That's such a powerful word.
Maybe the driver.
If he killed him, who was driving the fucking carriage?
We're gonna get to that part.
Stone Cold Mason! Take that! He killed himself!
Yes! Concealed in the blind spot of the cabin that night. None other than this unexpected pastor. Oh.
Did you actually believe that? Whatever so-called logic you used to arrive at that conclusion, it matters not. Because your answer has made one thing abundantly clear. The real blind spot is inside your head, and it would appear to be unusually large. Ooh. You know the circus line that Edgeworth has?
He does a sequel to it.
Apparently, I don't remember when, but apparently he does. Jacob says he never says it. But,
Ugh, I have literally no idea.
But as a proud citizen of the Japanese Empire, you will look to the sky and walk on, making sure all signs of tears are gone. Come on!
This isn't just a case of going on, Miss Suzuto. Alright then, I'll go on! He's not even drinking, you know? The defense would like to put forward a name, so we do have the name.
That response was a... Why are you moving so fast? Let me read!
Because we've already read this.
Oh.
Suzuto, fuck it. Baron Von Zieks himself. Am I right?
Yes. The first chance you meet this guy, he's killed someone.
Yes.
No.
Smell stronger.
No.
McDrip. Wait a minute.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead! Condemn the guy you're trying to defend. He killed himself.
Shit. The victim! Take that! Yes, concealed in the blind spot of the cabin that night. Uh-oh. The music's still going.
That's exactly why you should be scared.
Do we have a name? Can I get a name?
That part of the sheath, isn't it? I know where it is now. Hold up.
Hmm? Oh, sorry, yes. I'm about to get kind of life. I just really don't like Blake.
Oh. Doesn't seem like the words in the way of a large Thomas from graduation.
That's not a blade, that's Kajima's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what it has. What the blade looks like. Awesome. Right from the ashes. Ah, that looks like a lot of blood.
It surely is for it's the victim.
An English man's blood looks like a lot like a Japanese man's blood.
Did you take one?
Sorry, it's just that we've only just arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust.
Yes, I do understand.
Awesome. Nothing else? Mario?
Mario!
Chris
Oh,
Pratt.
hey, Mario.
An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Scrooge McDrip's initial.
It's beautifully gilded, too. She's very fussy with the leadership thing.
Ah!
I never noticed that pun either. I didn't get to read that.
Look at his Yes! Yes! I said this fucking 2 hours ago!
You scared the hell out of me, and I have no idea what you're going on about.
I said that 2 hours ago! If you turn it upside down, it becomes a W. That could change everything.
W?
Like the job I'm about to get. Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure. Fuck, I forgot.
I'm afraid I don't know. I'm sure it's that this isn't.
No! Oh. That was an idea. Gosh, damn it, Minosuke. I understand. That could be a W in my heart.
W for wow, you're losing.
Fucking. Kajuma.
If Kazuma came back to kill a guy, what would you say?
It must be for good reason. I got it. Phoenix Wright.
Gavin, are you figuring it out yet?
No, we don't have a name.
Say that again.
Phoenix Wright?
No. Before that.
We don't have a name.
A toast to your stupidity immortalized within this live stream.
I've done worse.
Like that?
No, I'll take the hit. Little bitch.
You might just want to reload your last save.
No, because if I reload my last save, it's not going to help me.
I mean, you've already taken like 3 hits already. So if you reload it, you would at least get the health back. Unless you reload it after every hit you do. You saved when you weren't supposed to, didn't you? You keep this up and I'm gonna be the one slapping you.
Oh my fuck! We actually do have a name? There's no way for me to get out of this. This has to be the right thing. Alright.
Wait, what?
Even if I have no idea, she's just gonna get me there.
Oh, I remember it now! More like a toast to my stupidity!
And he drinks too.
It's McGilder. It's McGilder.
Take that.
I forgot, that's what... I was thinking too far ahead. I forgot what the whole point of how you get there is. Oh, that's great. Yeah, you can blame me on that one. You can't blame me for that.
The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witness on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. McDrip.
Oh, man.
Mr. McDrip?
What are you talking about, console? What's the name of the defendant? That's the name of the defendant!
Objection! Oh, that coming. Oh, what the fuck? You're not doing that.
I meant to throw that part. If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hallowed chalice, I do forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Zieks! People talk of those tiny islands in the Far East as having a learned and culture of their own, but I see they use terms ill-advisedly.
What are you trying to say?
Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand. When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It's the very premise on which this case is built.
Objection! But that premise may be wrong.
What?
If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McDrip, it creates an inconsistency that can be reconciled in any way. It can't be.
What inconsistency, counsel?
I don't know why you keep like putting that
Moving it.
out of reach. I don't know. Maybe that's your gimmick. Yo, what's up, bro? Latin Luigi.
Yo, Latin Luigi, welcome to chat, man. How you doing?
Do you guys know him?
Yeah.
Man, I am out of touch ever since I started working.
Defend his gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claimed that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection!
Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains.
Objection! The point is, even if in the face of irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance.
Yes, their testimony remains unchanged.
Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, I'm doing fantastic. How about you guys? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth! It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night. A third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands. Both of them.
Objection!
And who was this third party?
Obviously, the true culprit.
Extraordinary! I didn't have anything in my hand. What exactly are you postulating?
Objection!
The defense's postulation is just that. Nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused.
Objection! Haha! Well, when elaborating on his testimony, this is so much more annoying than Phoenix's. Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces.
Yes. The top star heads were obscured by the roof. Couldn't see the rest of them, though.
Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly hatted. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir. Like you, me, I'm a mad hatter.
And what particular styles of hat did the two gentlemen sport? I thought that was part of the game. Mr. First?
I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. I'm afraid I don't remember. And you call yourself a hatter?
Are you mad? The style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin.
Prove it! And how can you be so sure?
Because if there had been, the accused Mr. Mr. McDrip would have undoubtedly have offered to dispose the fact. Unless that is you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. That the accused failed to even notice the presence of a true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled.
Actually, yes, I am, but we'll get there. He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McDrip would have been unaware of it. But there is a way!
Order! There's clearly a simple solution to this problem.
Bring the accused Mr. McDrip to the stand.
Well, what say you, counsel?
The prosecution objects, my lord.
On what grounds?
As a suspect, you will have already made a full statement to the police.
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Scrooge McDrip is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out that the man has been withholding information, you can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act.
Then let's find out why.
Counsel for defense, what's your opinion?
Get his ass up here. My lord, should we ask Mr. McDrip to testify or not? To testify or not to testify? Just a question. Yes. Yes! We need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. The defense would like to call Mr. McDrip to the stand.
In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury.
Oh, yes. I need a little time to consider this.
If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilden has to say. Mr. McDrip, Mr. McDrip.
Get that man out of here! Out here, I say! Oh my gosh! My bad.
It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony.
When something needs doing, get it done!
Get her done!
That's how I run things at the guild.
Get her done! Hey, what the patron of my favorite little park has to say? Oh yes, that would be lovely. It would also be lovely if I had time to piss.
Motherfucker, I thought you said PogChamp.
Hearing what the pog champ of my favorite little park has to say? That would be poggers.
Yes! The jury says the man must be heard.
I don't know if you noticed that, but that was intentional. He's like, yes, we'd like to know.
Very well, the court will hear the defendant's testimony.
Bailiff! Show the defendant to the stand at once.
Yeah, get out of here, Luther. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear.
Let proceedings be resumed. Mr. McDrip, have you been listening to the discourse of today? Discord.
To be sure I have, my lord.
There are now two matters in which the court desires to hear from you. The first, which is the worst, to whether or not there's a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second, if that such person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police?
My God, no! Tis not in my nature to hide anything at all. Just answer the damn questions, please.
Drip?
I didn't think you'd break it, that. The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate enough all along. Do I tell yous all, or do I keep my mouth shut?
Tell us what, Mr. McDrip?
The fine fellow representing me is absolutely right. In the carriage that night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger.
It's true!
Drip, aye, 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened.
You?
No, McDrip. The convenient excuse can't save you now. I'm truly sorry, so I am, Lord Von Zieks. I'm sure you'll be wanting to know I said nothing when I was taken by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you.
Which was?
This guy makes me want to watch DuckTales.
DuckTales! I don't know the song, but
Woohoo!
DuckTales!
Woohoo!
DuckTales! Yippee! Well, a little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and wasn't in any way involved, you see.
That kid fucking murdered a man.
Or did he? She. He.
They.
What? I love milking this angel. The police had known the wee one was there. They'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her into this here courtroom just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that.
Mr. McDrip, I think that kid's the killer.
Do you think that I'm responsible for perjury? Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord. Even though she's like fucking 16 and is basically an adult. I'm sure you already know who it is, so I'm not.
Through the top.
Yes.
She's 16 and she's an adult.
And who is this young child of whom you speak?
Is that? I don't know.
You don't know?
I've been leading on a ruse. Well, the wee thing just happened to be in the garage that night. Never saw her before her innocence. I wasn't fucking mislead. We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness's statements to be disregarded by the court.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the urchin wasn't here in this courtroom as we speak. Listen to proceedings.
Who? What?
Ah! Smoke! Ah! Fire! There's a fire! Look, someone's trying to get away!
It's no use, go! I can't see if you're all
Detective Osanaga!
What is going on?
Be careful, Mr. Naruto. Cover your face.
Get the sword out!
I don't have it! Bailiff, don't let the accused escape! Secure the omnibus!
What the fuck's happening?
I hereby call an emergency recess! Panic! Bailiff, a true defendant is in custody and clear in the courtroom. Clear it! Get everybody out! There's an imposter among us!
We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid the scenes of chaos, people stumbled over one another in their desperation to flee the chamber. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was that for the time being at least, the trial was suspended.
Congratulations. We are half done.
That's awesome. You know what? Actually, we're doing pretty good.
Second half's longer than the first half.
Now, granted, I did skip some filler dialogue.
Yeah, that filler dialogue probably saved you like 5-10 minutes of time.
Yeah. Who knows?
But anyway, since we hit an intermission, I don't know about you, but I really need to piss. So
Now, time, well, he's pissing. Time for a word from our sponsor.
ooh, my knees. Oh, dude, I actually think my knees are starting to become decrepit.
By the way,
It's like when I
you're
pick
close right
things,
there.
yeah, when I pick things up like this, like my knees are already hurt. But then again, I was just sitting down for a while, and I can't stretch out my legs because of my table. And the table's important.
What on earth just happened in there?
Hey, good sister.
Alrighty, so how we doing, chat, while we wait during this intermission? For Latin Luigi, I don't know if you're still in chat, I don't know if you're still lurking. You kind of just popped in during the middle of the story, but I hope you're engaged. Because there's more turnabouts and plot twists to come, I'm sure. Because this is an Ace Attorney game, that's just how they work. And also thank you guys for 3 likes, by the way. That's highly appreciated, members of the jury. Honestly, this case is pretty fun so far. I'm not gonna lie, no cap. Really well made, really well written so far, and honestly, like it's like a tutorial case, but there's so many twists and turns that I'm actually like really engaged. You know, granted, I've gotten to the point like this is my 4th rodeo now, right? This is the 4th Ace Attorney game we've played on the channel. I am sick and tired of the fucking filler dialogue. Holy fuck, dude. I can't do it anymore, dude. I can't do it anymore. I can't do that shit. I need to get my ass right to the point. So yeah. Okay.
Do you think it would be more efficient to wash your hands with soap or hand sanitizer?
Is this a trick question?
No, I actually just.
Hand soap, obviously.
And why is that?
I don't know. Just soap from
Because, you know, soap is meant to, you know, just wash yourself with. But You could technically have your hands dirty, use hand sanitizer, and your hands would still technically be clean. The only thing on it would be physical dirt. Like, you know, if you're digging or whatever, you actually have the dirt on your hands. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is I actually wash my hands with hand sanitizer.
What on earth has happened in there?
Mr. Naruhodo! I've managed to find out what happened.
Can you plug in that charger?
Wait, is that the first time it went off?
Yeah.
You'll be fine for a while. I don't want to deal with that.
Miss through the top.
I was told that it was an advanced form of smoke grenade. An advanced exploding device that releases smoke.
A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of things ninjas use. Ninja Fortnite.
We're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long.
But who would have done something like that?
The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently.
Oh. Flee the courtroom? Why?
Well, it's a young girl of around 15. Oh.
Ah, how dare you!
That was a year off! She's 16 later.
Oh. Second game. A young girl? Then could it be? The other passenger that Mr. McDrip was just talking about?
My thoughts exactly.
Oh.
That's why you don't eat multiple Pringles at once.
So he wasn't capping. Oh! What's become of Mr. McDrip, actually? There are so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here.
He was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions.
Uh-oh. Get him out of there.
Along with the young girl.
Who is she, I wonder? What was she even doing at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself?
There's another matter that's troubling me.
What's that?
The 20 pence.
Hmm? Oh,
According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo,
Mr. Beppo?
which page has the chick's ass in it?
You gotta go early in the book.
He took 4 passengers that night for a fare of 5 pence. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. Oh, I opened right to it apparently. Anime. Is that supposed to be a pun? Is that supposed to be a pun, Gavin?
Yeah.
It's pronounced debut, not debut. What the hell is wrong with you? I legit thought that was the killer from the first episode of Phoenix Wright.
Frank saw it.
Frank saw it.
But now it seemed there were in fact 5 passengers.
Also, how did you know that fast?
What?
That.
I've read this before. And I've also watched the anime.
Just checking for stains.
Uh-huh.
Which means the figures don't seem to add up again.
She's right. That is strange.
Counsel for defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. We're just making some coffee.
Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away.
Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of this trial.
We'll know soon enough, Mr. Gato.
Yes,
That's my line.
our line.
Drip. What? There's a young girl next to Mr. McDrip. Look. She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
That wasn't loud enough.
Well, after that rather eventful recess and a talk with the old lady,
The courtroom now is in the trial of Mr. Scrooge McDrip. Now then, Lord Van Zieks. My lord. I believe you established a cause of smoke which failed proceedings earlier. It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, typically employed by the army.
Good gracious! The army? What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery. She was caught. And now occupies this.
Your name, woman? Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What's the meaning of such deplorable behavior?
Yada yada yada.
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr. McDildon.
Jim.
I think perhaps I ought to explain here why it is that we lost here was here in the first place and why she tried to bolt like that. Drip. Just all tied up with the events of the night, so it is.
Okay. Very well, Mr. McDildon. McDrip. Testimony. Explain to court how a young woman is involved in the case.
Just what did happen that night? It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. Witness testimony.
On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus. He promptly nodded off. Then Megora! I don't actually know what that means. I'm thinking of like some sort of Lord of the Rings monster. A loud thud and a wee scream woke me up with a fire start. There's a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where the scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? Drip. There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding herself way away.
Aww.
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess. But from what I gather, on that question, the young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus, is that correct?
Just exactly as the defense counsel said. This lost was the 5th passenger, my lord.
Very well. Defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Oh shit, we're almost out of time.
Yep.
Are you ready, counsel?
I know it doesn't feel like it because this is one of the shorter streams.
Oh, we have tomorrow.
Yes, my lord! Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. Ka-chow. No, if they ever do the second trilogy remaster or investigation remaster or whatever, they better include those.
Were those not in the original release of those?
No, they were in the original. They are. Yes, they are in the original release of those. But the original. Okay, this game didn't have them. When the original games did.
I'm really pissed about that.
Right? That's why, you know.
They're so cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cool.
So cool.
So cool.
So cool.
So cool.
Hold it!
Hold it!
You set him up? The victim, you mean?
That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said. I could plainly see the poor devil was already gone. You wouldn't leave a dead man just lying on the floor, now would you? It's common courtesy, so it is.
He did a fucking JoJo pose!
Did we not go over this last time?
I think we did.
I literally explained that I'll do this instead of this because it's the fucking JoJo pose.
That's the Jonathan pose.
I find that a little hard to believe. Ora, Lord Von Zieks. Why would that be? You wait to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person, I didn't get to finish that. Any normal person would hail the cab. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. Why did you screenshot him roasting your defendant?
He says society.
Oh. Well now, as you know, I'm something of a special line of business. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Drip. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offered them, and some would even see me dead. So do I try? So I do try, where it's possible, to avoid getting myself entangled in trouble.
Are you suggesting that you were just gonna leave the man there?
No! I know he's intended to report it, so I was. Only I had a mind to find out whys and wherefores first.
The whys and wherefores?
Right, you are. There were some details I wanted to understand before, anyone else got in the middle, and we scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self just do the same?
Yes! The scream he says he heard at the same time the thud the victim clapping.
Hold it!
You say she was hiding her. You said she was hiding herself.
That's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. So when our eyes met, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. What, did you think I was going to get poetic or something?
You're really overreacting this. Is that a typo?
What?
You're really overreacting this.
I don't follow your logic right now.
I'm wondering if that's a typo.
Overacting. Overacting.
Oh, overacting. Oh, I said reacting. My bad. I think it might be dyslexic. I'm not even gonna lie.
Still in all, I pulled her from down to there and sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her. I'd like her to wag my chin. The chin of my second head.
The seat opposite.
You have to admit that was kind of clever. That's right. Just next to the dead gentleman. You set this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, this is sure I mentioned. A gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I need to find out just who this urchin was, you see. While I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream. A fella's voice this time.
A femme boy's voice.
A femme was like fella but femme.
Presumably that scream was Mr. First, who was sitting on the roof decks seat.
Right to her again, I would say. Looking down through the skylight, I need to stop eating. Must have been the young girl and the gentleman with the knife in his belly. In other words, the previous witness did not, in fact, see you at all, Mr. McGill. What they believed to be his relevant victim was in fact this girl and the late Mr. Mason. Right, my lord. I was, I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage out of sight. Oh. It's certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl. After that, of course, with the scream for the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horse. I do wonder how you must be feeling, Miss Naruto.
Being the defendant's lawyer and yet finding myself as stunned as everyone else at his testimony. let's just say it's trying.
We certainly had precious little time to talk to Mr. McDrip before the trial. But we mustn't be dispirited. Let's just try to learn all the facts we can.
Haha. When we arrived in London this morning, I didn't see my day panning out like this.
Mr. Naruhodo, no grumbling, not even in your head.
How did you know? Low battery again.
Okay. Oh.
Oh.
The box is on it. Ah. Got it. Now. Actually, why am I doing that? Why can't I just...
Hold it! Hold it! A loud thud, you say? And a scream?
Right, that's right. Mother... How can I explain it? That's better. It was the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise.
So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor, having been stabbed?
Well now, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. But the sound woke me up and I opened my eyes. There wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fell on the floor.
You didn't see anyone. But at the same moment, you did hear a scream.
From the seats above you on the roof deck, I assume.
Not the... Oh, sorry.
Not above me, my lord. You were even reading it in my accent. You want to take a crack at it, don't you?
Not above me, my lord. No, I'm not doing this.
'Twas from inside the cabin. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before me eyes.
Did I press that already?
I don't remember. This is why you just press everything in a row.
Hold it! I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim.
So I did, sir. So I didn't. As far as I can see that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, now. That almost said hey now, and I almost had a stroke. 'Tis a clear thing. Can I say that?
Yeah?
Okay.
It's in the text!
Okay, 'tis a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up came from, if you'll excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside.
Good gracious! You farted? And I
Under-
sniffed the seat!
Under your backside?
When I lifted the seat at which I had been sitting, I found there was a wee cubby hole there for storage. Mr. Naruhodo, we can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember?
Didn't we already do that? Yes! Yes! Of course, the whole bus was submitted as evidence.
Well, this would be a very good time to have a thorough look around the
I
inside.
already did.
Remember how I said you have to look at things at
I
precise
hate
time? You're gonna hate this game.
Because let me figure out my own answer, damn it. Dude, shut up, let's go inside.
That's new.
How was that new? What? Wow. It's almost like people died in here. Oh, misclick.
Have you seen enough?
No! No!
Goodbye, Mr. Naruhodo.
I love how they put it in the corner, so the animation actually has time to close before you move back to it. That's actually brilliant.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Where did that come from?
It's as if we opened the door and I didn't immediately say, "Oh, that's new."
There's blood. Why the fuck didn't we see this earlier?
There's something wrong.
Oh, it's just, wow. Your blood shade is so obvious, that's all. And yet Baron Zieks has made no mention of it, and we didn't see it earlier!
I suppose
suppose it does seem a little sus.
Yeah!
Try not to laugh.
Why do I have such a bad feeling about this?
Rocky.
Oh, bad feeling about this one. Yeah, it sure does. What the fuck?
I don't know what you want from me.
There's nothing in there now!
What, was there before?
Yes!
There was?
Yes! It was in order to mislead you. They literally said, oh, there's so much shit in here. There's no way in hell you can fit someone in there. Am I laughing, game? You think this is fucking funny? Hiding information from me, the player, so that you can have your mystery? Fuck you. This is a storage compartment. There's nothing here. In here. It's totally empty. Except the fucking child. Something doesn't seem right here. But I can't put my finger on what it is. Where the fuck did that shit go? I'm losing my mind.
Are you sure you don't want to look at it?
Shut the fuck up. You shut up!
I already read this.
Yeah!
And that's when I found her!
Where did you find?
In the fucking cubby holes!
In the...
She was in the attic!
Okay, I'm gonna save. This is bullshit. The game was like, oh, no way in hell someone can hide me.
I actually don't remember them saying that.
I remember looking.
Do you have any evidence to prove it?
Objection.
Then my footage. That reveals a damning inconsistency in that last statement. Yes, I'm talking about the evidence itself, not his claims.
Damn, didn't you say?
Damning my case.
As I look at you, Counsel, I see your trembling hand, your pallid expression, your perspiring brow.
Huh?
It seems to me that is the damning inconsistency here, with the misplaced confidence in your assertion. Ah!
You showed ass.
It's so funny when he said, cause it's funny because he said ah.
Hold it! We're gonna try this again. You say she was hiding herself, but fucking where?
Hey, that's right. Yeah, we already read this. I did a poggers, I did.
I love Pog. Dude, that fucking Joro Kujo over there.
I actually did forget my hat today.
Ding 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 ding.
She's about to aura this entire part.
She already tried.
You remember, he sucked in all of justice with one breath? Either that or start blind and farted. That's one powerful stand.
I feel like I already pressed that.
You could just press everything and then just skip.
Hold it!
I'm afraid I don't understand.
I have to leave it 8 minutes.
How about we press this too?
This is why you just press everything in a row.
Back, I want to tag. Hold it!
Hold it!
A loud thud, you say? And a scream?
You already read this?
I hate it here. I miss my kangaroo court.
Really now?
Yeah, I miss kangaroo court now.
Are you sure you don't want to just like
Hold it!
present something?
Yeah, no, you're right. Me being told to press everything in this game? Me not having to press everything in this game? What? What the fuck?
Do you know what sarcasm is?
Fucking close.
You might want to go to history line.
What the fuck happened? Hold it! When you first
We're reading your fan fictions.
And when you first got into the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board?
No, they're not. The cabin was empty and there was no one on the roof deck either.
You were the first passenger in there, as it were. I see.
I'm pretty sure he said that before.
No, he didn't.
I don't know, maybe he did.
The other judge did.
And that's why I took the back side as I did. It is the most comfortable, so it is.
Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat?
By all means, tis I just actually already described it earlier. Talk about the seat opposite to the one in which the poor gentleman who stabbed us was sitting. Like I said, tis the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the starlight from time to time as well.
Thank you, I've heard enough. In advance to clear my mind, reading the script, however, one conundrum remains. Who is this girl?
Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. Do you remember the name Lestrade?
Hold it. I don't think I do.
Wait. They said she was 15. And now she's 17. I thought she was 16. What the fuck is going on here?
Schrodinger's minor.
Schrodinger's minor! But anyway, do you remember the name Lestrade?
Is that... Let's draw.
That was the guy who was with Sherlock Holmes. You know, the movies. The guy with the beard. He got him out of prison. He helped him fight that one funny man with the smoky room. You don't remember him, do you? I can't believe yous. I can't believe yous. He literally, he was part of the flashback. She's like, I don't know what you're doing, Mr. Holmes, but I hope you know what you're doing. He got them out of prison, laddie. You can't have forgotten the movies that fast. He was a ginger. Alright, never mind. Anyway, she's based off him. There you go. Sholmes connection. There's more of them.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, but you don't get it. That's why I had you watch the fucking movies. But you didn't remember.
You don't know there was a test on this.
It's not a test. It's just cool referencing. She's a chancer. Earns her sus among the crewmates for leaving people out of their purses.
That's awesome.
What's commonly called a pickpocket.
What?
A pick locker?
This girl here? A petty thief? Woman! Order! Order!
That was terrible.
Is this true, Miss Lestrade?
Am I voting her or are you voting her?
You. I'm taking the funny man.
Miss Lestrade!
Also, you do the young chicks. I do the old chicks.
Oh, yeah.
Except Susan. Literally anyone.
Except the assistant.
The assistants that look similar to Maya. Because you can have the assistant that doesn't.
Miss Lestrade! You'll answer the question.
Yeah, Diego Mondo didn't look like Maya at all.
And do you see? Do you just understand now?
Answer the question!
What the fuck?
Ah!
Holy shit!
Who gave her that bullshit? How dare you? Yeah, you're trying to turn me into the man behind the slaughter? Who just so happens to also be the defendant? What's the meaning of this?
But
Ah!
if you close your eyes...
The girl! She's gone!
Open your eyes.
I'm over here.
I'm over here.
I'm over here.
Like, good British.
Good gracious! How?
What was the point in that little sidestep? I know what you are... I know what you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. Fuck 'em.
All the same.
This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She'll get herself back into a corner, so she knifes the gent. For your next line. Go on. That's what's in your heads, ain't it? That's really hard British. Holy shit.
She's like the fucking New York, so the British.
No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not cast.
She Batman. She farted. The fuck with the...
I mean, if you want the actual color.
No. Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what I do is these fingers.
Wait, do you hear that? She's not Russian.
I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do.
I'm not that kind.
Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs.
Among!
Ding 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 ding!
My brain is ruined.
Oh, this? Yes, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Down where they keep the four-wheeled drags. Did we fucking rob Herlock show?
Technically, no. You robbed his assistant.
It's nice, innit?
She robbed his assistant.
I like the pink the best.
No! Do not wave that thing in my direction again!
Shoot at him!
So,
Baron Von Zieks, it feels like you're just like so quiet.
well, shit. You admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question. We have to go. It's 12.
Well, guys, tune in for part 2 tomorrow.
Oh, you're actually just gonna cut it right here?
I mean, is there a better point?
At least let me finish this first. I went through a whole bottle today. That's awesome. It's alright, Lost. You can tell it. It's poison. That's awesome.
Alright, yeah, it's just like the Irishman said.
You want to go back and read that again without the Russian accent this time?
That wasn't
Gavin?
Russian!
That was Russian. That was Russian.
That was not!
It's like the Irishman said.
Alright, yeah. It's just like, oh my god. How is it my default?
Because I don't know what you and like young women are, but they're not Russian. Could you imagine if Sanitizer was Russian?
Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said.
That's
not Russian!
Alright. Yeah,
Alright,
it's
British.
just like the Irishman said.
British.
More eyes and ahs! And less sudden, what? Like Russian. That's right, I'm gonna need actual wine.
I'm going to accept this girl, Gina Strad, as valid witness on the case. Accordingly, a young lady, young woman, will now hear your testimony, if you please.
We can actually stop when she starts her testimony.
You will tell the court exactly what happened to Omnibus and that night in question. Yada yada yada.
Yada yada does it. Alright, if I have to. If I have to! Oh, it slipped!
If I have to!
If I have to! It slipped. The Russian slipped.
If I have to! This is gonna be... You know, I'm glad I gave her to you. Because this is gonna be way more entertaining than I thought. Anyway, yeah, you could actually probably just...
What the girl thought.
Don't go further. We're gonna shave hair. And we're gonna come back tomorrow with an even shorter stream. Look at this. 3 hours and 40 minutes. This could have been 4 hours if you were ready already when I got here.
I just got home, and I was shutting off from work.
You know what I do when I come back from a long day of work? I cook a full meal. You could have set up your computer. Size. Anyway, come back tomorrow.
Yeah, come back tomorrow. Maybe I'll forget about her accent again.
You come back tomorrow and maybe I'll throw one of these at Gavin. I actually want to keep this for props. How's that Sonic back there, man? Your face!
Well, tune in tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone. Peace out, my star. Like, comment, subscribe if you're watching the VOD, because that's pretty much all.
Give it now. Give it.
You're gonna fucking subscribe. You're gonna hit the like button. You're gonna fucking hit the damn bell. Well, what makes you think you're not gonna hit the damn bell? You're gonna hit the damn bell.
The hand's been consistently red.
Listen, you're gonna wake up one morning, and one of these days you're gonna find crack in your car, and I'm gonna make sure to report you to police because you didn't ring the damn bell. Just ring the damn bell. It's not that damn difficult. It's damn it. It's damn. This is Guy from Dimsdale Dimmadome, and I tell you, if you ring that damn bell, you're gonna have some dumb content. Damn it, I can't.